just gonna.
Here we go. Get the music.
Like we're not.
And Tom would just eat trying to figure that out.
Oh, you would love it.
D&D! We're back!
Hey! Set Bites and Rob.
Yep.
And
Mitch. Damn shame.
I'll make sure we're live. But
Are we good?
I'll make sure. We'll just clarify. Last time you're on the we usually think.
Just kidding. Mitch is actually here for live. We're back.
We're live. We're live, boys.
All right.
And we're up to 60. Holy shit. We're here at 2
Horizon.
Hey, every week we'll be at 6,000 subscribers.
Once you get 100, what is it?
I have no idea.
But I think like there's people on Twitch that have they have not even 100 people watch them and they have ads and they get decent.
You know those YouTube plaques, like if you have like.
That's what I mean, yeah.
We started getting those. Oh god, we literally just
It's when you get like a
$100,000.
million
Yeah,
subscribers
it's
in a
like
video.
million, and you get like.
Hey,
a
if we
gold
just get a
YouTube
ton of
plaque.
devices and just all
They have a bunch of bots.
We'll do it.
Focusing in here, recap last session. You guys got to the throne room and confronted King Anson Wellington, which the guard convinced his fellow guard mates to drop their arms and to surrender to Soti Malkai and company.
I'll be listening.
The king was not happy about this. He pointed his finger and shouted commands, but nobody obliged. To which he was held person. Sylvan cut off his penis, tried to interrogate him for some information, but nothing seemed to work. They ended up just having to imprison him in the dungeon of the High Castle. Some discussion was made on who was made the High King. After some discussion, Luther had some influence, and Arthur was named King of Skolagar. Bradley has a spy on the High Council, and shortly after, you guys were led back out to the throne room and planted the sword that was used to command Dracus next to the throne. This is where it is currently sitting after Luther casted a spell on it. And finally, you guys were led down to the dungeons where you were confronted with the prisoners of the High King before. And you met an old enemy, Torin Fay, joined the party as a druid replacing Rowan. You guys kind of talked a little bit further and made your way back to the guild house, which is where you guys are at right now, taking a nice slumber. And you guys await on a nice sunny day in Skolagar, yearning for adventure. He yearns for the mountains.
I want Torn to be staring out the window, looking at nature.
Yep.
Can I
Naked.
usually I'd rather roll 2d6 for my shield. Can I roll that?
Bradley does that for me usually.
I've been hovering around like 15 to 30 for the last 3 days. So he needs to get. Hey! Oh!
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't show you my shield. For your old, it's from your freaking last ship.
Yeah, she might be the last one.
Hey, do you think mending would help your shield?
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, we can only do it twice a day on it because
You know somebody else.
He's a
He's
guy.
got
He's a guy.
I do hate
maybe
trees.
something else. Like
I just want to know. I was
You
wondering
don't wanna,
if I
like,
knew it.
That's good. Well, he got it just for that. You know, like,
Yeah,
no one else had it, but it's still a good spell to have.
Yeah.
Well, man, I think I'm gonna head to the library today and try to find some information about this artifact that I have.
Sounds good to me.
Was someone gonna come with me, or am I just by myself? I am going to tell Luna she's got a promotion as well. She should be pretty excited about it.
I need to find my staff.
I think I should go with our friend Zoran and see if we can find the staff in the
Pay her that.
that's it.
So,
I can come with the library.
RIP to our late friend, but we must sell his crossbow there.
Yeah. Are you gonna check to see about the armor?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go look for his staff. If he wants to go with me, he can. Go sell the bow and see how much money we get for that, and then how much money do we need to pay after that?
10,000.
Okay, so then after we do that, then I'll go and check on my blacksmith
If you can
friend.
get a trade, and we're gonna do a trade too. You know, if you can go item for item.
Could do that.
Well, I
Just
think
because
when
I think if we just sell it straight up, we might lose out on.
yeah, I think when we bought the crossbow, it was a little more than 10,000.
I
So,
think it was. So maybe take it back to the same guy and see if he wants to do a switcheroo.
or maybe even take it to the bank and see if they'll just do a crossbow for it.
I'm thinking they're gonna want gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So
Let's try to be quick. I mean,
where
what do we
should I
want?
take this to then?
Actually, I think
I don't know.
if I remember correctly, the king gave us 20% discount. What did the new king give us? We never asked. I heard he gave you 50% traded value at GameStop.
Oh really? I'm
Anything that was pre-owned,
I'm
you
just assuming it's the same.
it should be.
We could do.
You should go with them though. You're good at convincing people and things.
That I can go with.
And persuade them.
Sure, you can go library. I can go with you guys. Seems like every time I wake up in the morning, my voice is gone. I don't know why. Every time I drink alcohol, I can't talk.
Doesn't look like you're drinking alcohol. Looks like you do.
That is a do. Oh, I just realized I forgot the drinks for tonight.
Don't worry. My kind drinks Big Blue.
I bring two. Big two.
Hey, speaking of advertisements, we should get paid for those Big Blue advertisements.
I will talk to Master if we get to my home.
Yeah, what do we want to try to set out today?
I'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, maybe someone should go to the docks, tell the men to get ready, and we head out as soon as we can.
I think we just do that. Like, I mean, they should be ready.
I mean, if we're done with all of our things today, we can head out tonight if we need to, if everything is...
Yeah, I mean, our business should be finished with everything here. I mean, we're not.
Yeah.
The
I
only one
agree.
is Bradley, who needs to be informed of any decisions, I guess, that are happening. But I think it's in decent hands.
Yes. I will go try and find someone to sell the crossbow to.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
I will also look for the staff.
Is it
and
around
then-
your house? I think we try to go to his house today. Try to
Yes.
leave.
I agree.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. Yeah,
what
we
I'm
get
Let's
this
just
done and go.
let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Get
I'm
around
just
and go.
using the library for resources before we leave, but it should only took me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna maybe have you look something up. What's
I am
that?
heading to.
Yeah,
sell
I'm
the
going with.
crossbow.
I'm going with.
Mhm.
I'll talk through the area if I think of it.
Alright.
So yeah, you guys go to the Serpent Circle, and where are you going to sell it?
Is there a guy that looks like he sells weapons, in particular, like crossbows, bows, like things of that nature?
Thank you guys.
Upon traveling to the Serpent Circle, you are used to being greeted with a large crowd, dealing with
They're all dead.
everyone. You're dealing with various bars, a bunch of different items. The street's completely dead.
Does it look like there's like damages or is it just like empty?
The path to the High Castle looks to be pretty damaged. You can see a few cannonballs laying in the streets of stray shots from the Hangman's Flag and the Sparrow. But yeah, you don't see very much.
Let's just go to the armor then. If he's not there, we just leave.
I agree.
But yeah, you also still see, since it's not long after the battle had commenced, that you still see, random people in the streets like crying over bodies, or people of the Order of the Tide, even of the Royals, essentially cleaning bodies off the streets. Like,
Lots of bodies.
I'm gonna start helping
There is
people
a lot.
clean while just to make myself, at peace with these guys.
So you guys see Torin start helping the people of Skulligar mourn over the dead and even helping clean up the streets a little.
yeah, it's definitely a more smoky and gloomy, kind of sorrowful atmosphere here now.
The city is not bustling like you're used to it. It is quiet. You can even hear the birds chirping, the seagulls chirping.
It's kind of nice around here. It's in the right hands now.
You like quiet.
It's
It's good for some quiet.
Who is the king? Now?
Arthur now. I wasn't a fan of the guy that I am now.
What?
Kind of changed in about 10 seconds, and I don't know why.
What?
I should get it, but I don't.
You're still under the influence.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I did.
No, I know. I'm just
I
saying
know.
for your
Yeah, yeah,
information if you're still kind of rooting for
What
him.
do you think of Arthur?
Wasn't there when they appointed him king. He's pretty hot-headed, and he has a temper. But
He seemed composed when he spoke. So if he somehow changed a lot in a matter of 2 days, that'll be nice.
Are we going to speak to him about treaty with my people?
Oh, probably we can. Yeah, I think that'd be a good thing to do.
do you think it would make more sense for us to talk to your people first?
No, I think we just do the king now. Because I think we don't need to be the mediators. We just get it going, I think. I don't think we need to be the ones to, I just don't think we need to sit around
We
and,
can talk while here.
I think we talk.
My father, who's hopefully alive, or brother, will make final call on our side. But for now, we can speak to him.
We just get the okay, and then they can hopefully send a letter or whatnot and set up a time to meet.
Let's go check and see if your staff is in the hold.
Do you want to go to the armor too?
I can check, yeah.
Okay, let's go to the staff place.
We'll walk to the post
The
office.
post
Yep,
office,
yep.
yeah.
And you're greeted with a war forge.
Well, that guy didn't die in the way.
You probably don't know this thing.
He's probably like, where is everyone?
He keeps the staff sometimes. If he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it.
Okay.
We can buy a new one.
Do you think the king has it?
We can ask him. Ask this guy.
Hello, kind sir.
Greetings. Welcome to Skullgar. How may I service you?
What is this man?
He's a robot. Thing. Just ask him if he's got your staff.
This is disgrace. Do you have my staff?
Staffs we have, yes. Forbidden in Skullgar, they are.
Yeah, Torn
I
Fang.
need it. Name is Torn Fay.
Checking. Torn Fay, staff located.
Nice, it's there.
Can I have it?
No.
Why?
Forbidden in Skullgar.
If we get the king's approval, will we be able to get the staff?
Yes, you may. It's an official letter from the king.
Let's go talk to the king about this treaty, and we can get the letter to get your staff.
Yeah, let's just go do that quick.
Thank you, robot.
Enjoy Skullgar and everything it offers.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll just head to the king. I'll meet you guys there. I'm gonna go stop at the armor
Do you
first.
have the crossbow? Yeah, you do. So we'll go.
We'll go to the king. We'll go to
Okay.
the blacksmith.
Let's do the king first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, can we speak to the new King Arthur?
And so yeah, when you guys go to the High Castle, they're kind of the same thing. People are just moving bodies.
I'll just
And you kind of would understand through the past day, you would just be granted
Granted
entry.
passage.
You don't have, there's no formalities anymore at the moment, so it's just like,
there's no guards at the gate, you know, it's just everyone's
and
kind of
moving around.
your faces are known enough. You can just go in and
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go on. Then we'll phone it.
I think this is where he's gonna be.
Then I'll kind of just walk my way up through the castle and go into like the keep or whatnot.
yeah. And so you, I'm not gonna bring up the map for the moment, but you obviously know you walk through the halls. There's a throne at the front, and you see Arthur. God, I keep getting those two. I even get those two mixed up. Arthur is kind of like taking counsel from like random people on the council that you have made, but it kind of more seems like they're just kind of figuring things out. Like they don't know where everything quite is. So you see him kind of like standing there talking to Boris actually right now.
and make a perception you too. Perception check.
20, baby.
Nice.
Do I spot the other relic?
The chandelier. You both notice. Actually, Torn, you
Damn, you got a 4.
notice this person, but you have no idea who he is. Sylvan, you recognize the barkeeper from the Sleeping Serpent Inn. He is talking and conversing with the king.
So I'll kind of wait and I'll kind of listen in. I'll kind of walk around there.
Yeah, and with your nat 20, you hear at the moment Boris discusses, since he is a little bit more of the meteor side of things, he's talking to the king about, reinforcing again how the guard of the city is going to be essentially distributed. Is it going to be more like royals again, or is it going to be a mixture of both? Are they going to completely rebrand the guard? Are they going to do X, Y, and Z? And he's sharing more of his concerns about the safety of the city at the moment.
That's good. Yeah, I'll kind of patiently wait. I don't want to
And then,
budge in. I don't want to.
After he kind of converses, you hear, Arthur talking back and saying, whatever, if he could give him a draft of names and people that he would likely consider, essentially giving him the rank of like commander of the city.
Boris?
Yes.
Oh. Boris, congratulations! Well deserved.
Thank you, little one.
You're lucky I'm leaving, or else I'd probably be commander of the city. I'm just joking, don't get mad.
Oh, you're lucky there, Sylvan. I'll have to take you and your partner to the pits again and kick your ass.
If I remember right, you were kind of struggling with me.
Yeah, I was. Like you come to say it, but I have something to combat that.
Yeah, running well. So we probably not win, I'm assuming.
Well, you didn't win before.
I know, so we wouldn't win now.
Well,
But anyways,
Boris,
I don't mean...
I believe your duties are now to, refortify the city, make sure all the walls are back together. I think the wall in the puddle pits needs most of damage repairs at the moment. We can maybe start there, then we'll talk about forces after that.
Alright, I'll allocate my time to those specific areas.
And then you see the bartender, the barkeep from Sleeping Serpent is like patiently waiting too. And
Roll history.
Not sure.
Sorry, how's it going, barkeep?
It's going great. How are you, Sylvan?
Good, how's the bar going?
Pretty great. Business was booming before this uprising. So,
It'll be booming again, just wait.
you can tell he's kind of upset with what happened just because he lost a lot of good friends and a lot of business too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that word spreads, and pretty soon there'll be more people coming in and out, and hopefully it's a good thing.
I do believe change is good, so
It needed to happen.
yes.
I know it hurts the business now, but hopefully,
Optimistic, yes.
yeah, hopefully he does a better job. The other king was pretty bad.
Yes, well, I've somehow gotten appointed onto this High Council thing, so
I know, that's good.
it's quite an honor to be
That should be better for you.
represented.
Yeah,
yes.
that's absolutely gonna be better for you.
My thoughts weren't nearly taken into consideration those as much as a sheep before.
So now you have a say. I mean, you're a vote on the council. You were elected by us, and not directly, but we kind of fought for somebody to represent the slum area.
And you appointed me.
Well, you were one of the people we suggested.
I'm surprised you remembered my name.
Yeah.
What is your name, sir?
Oh, greetings, stranger. My name is Roland.
Roland.
Indeed, yes.
I just mumbled her eyebrow.
Roland Linwood.
Roland.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure
The
to meet you
council.
too, sir.
One person from oh nice. So you and Roland here. So you're the 9th member.
yes, he is. And, well, Roland, hopefully with the coming days when things are put back into order and the streets are a little bit more clean again, now we have no, essentially, ban or, how do you say it, formalities that we have to get past. Now hopefully the rest of Skullgar can join your
do believe I'll be valuable to relay any whispers going around in the tavern. There's much gossip that goes on in taverns, and hopefully I could potentially relay that to you if any of those could be hostile to you or your cause.
Yes, and hopefully, I mean, with a little bit more unity around here, we won't need to have that happen anymore.
Yes.
Maybe just the concerns around the town is what we need. Feel like there was disconnect, now there might not have to be.
Absolutely. Well, I'll go back to my bar, try to upkeep it for the most part, and serve the king the best I can.
And then you also see Nadia has been kind of off to the sides. She kind of walks up after hearing a bit of the conversation. She kind of whispers into Arthur's ear. Yes, thanks, Nadia. I think that would be good. We will compensate in the next days of any damage or lost patronage that you've had.
That would be much appreciated, my king.
Seems we have a bit of a bank that the previous king has even kept from us.
See the Roland kind of in awe because this generosity was not given him before. So thank you, my king. I can already see it was a much different rule with you at the helm.
Yes, well, thank Nadia. I had not thought of this. Anything that we can help make things better, make life better here.
You see Roland kind of tap his chest, Nadia. She acknowledges him.
She bows towards him.
Oh, no, see, it's turning out to be a good thing.
Yes, it
won't take away the lost lives, but
certainly is. Yes.
all right. I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes. Well, Roland, have a great day.
Yes,
Dude,
Roland, I might not be seeing you in a while.
Really forget every night.
Or I might be leaving here soon, but let's see on the flip side.
Safe travels to you.
Yes, thank you.
People like
Arthur,
Sylvan.
so first of all, you've met Torin here.
Yes, I
We freed
believe.
him from the.
Yes, I believe I am the one who unlocks the
Yes.
doors.
I
Yes.
just didn't know if you actually met him and
Thank
talked
you.
to him. We just have some business to discuss. First thing, Torin here, he has a wand in the shop. Would you ever, if we get it, we can put it in my bag of holding until we get to the ship?
Oh well. And he like kind of looks around for Luther or like some sort of counsel, and he's just like kind of lost in the moment. He goes, maybe some rules will have to be changed. I mean, my father could walk around with a book and a wand, or a staff seemed to be the same to me. I don't understand why, if he can walk around with all of his needs and his amenities, why you couldn't. Why the rest of the town
Because
couldn't.
my guitar just does that for me.
Exactly. I mean, I don't understand why staffs are the one thing that couldn't be in town.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
Could you write it on a piece of paper for me with your signature?
Sure.
Squire! I
And
guess
then-
that'll probably be me.
and he sort of, he kind of like asks Nadia quick. She runs up, asks another person. That person goes and gets some paper and brings it back. Takes like 5 minutes, and then he scribbles on, from the new King Arthur, all staves are to be permitted to hit their owners.
Oh, thank you.
I'll just put it in my pocket. Or
Yeah. And then Torin has
Thank you.
something to ask you.
Yes, Torin.
Do you know my history?
I can tell that you're of Leaf folk, but other than that, no.
My father is leader of Leafolk. Has been for a long time now. I know we both want peace. I don't know what he wants or how he is. But with you, new leader, we want to make peace and work together on this island.
Yes, I believe that would be most beneficial to everybody. Do you think that the damage that has been done can be forgiven?
Well, at one point, we were at peace with settlers. Then they turned. But I believe in the bigger purpose in this world and good. If I talk to him, I can try to persuade, maybe set up a meeting.
I think that would be beneficial. I think we could do that. There's been leaders here, both good and bad. It's not wise to strike the names of history, but I hope to be better than the previous. You know, Eldrin Seahorn is a name to... There's a lot of shoes to fill in that step. And, well, I've finally gotten a position to maybe make a name for myself and my family. I hope to be a good leader again for this place.
I'm heading home. When I talk to my people, I will see what we can do.
Yes, if we could send word back as soon as he could, we can maybe set that arrangement.
I can send a message.
Okay. Amazing, Sylvan.
Thank you.
I'm quite powerful. It's one of my most used spells.
And, and you can send it to me, you can send it to any of my colleagues.
Alright.
We will make sure that happens.
Alright, and if you have nothing else to say, we're probably going to be leaving in the next hour or two. We're going to be off to not only talk to the Leaf folk, but go experience some of the rest of the Isles. See if we can. I think there's a bigger uprising than even just inner city quarrels and whatever. I think Ragul and whatever the person he's looking up to, I think that needs to be a priority of our party. And that's why, obviously, Bradley, I'll be on the council, but we can't just stay here.
Understanding, I mean, I won't lie, when you came into town, I only saw you as opposers. We've had many groups come in before, and same thing in Tiber Cove, I've heard. People come in, they ask for greatness, and they demand it, and they do things for better or for worse. And sometimes, especially in my early lifetime, I've seen a group like yours come in and do nothing but make everything worse. And I felt threatened. And I apologize for that.
Yeah, you're an asshole to me.
Well, Sylvan, you
They're gonna get over that.
you did tend to be a loudmouth too. I think we are past that, hopefully, and we can be past that.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we can.
I just want to extend my apologies for
Well,
this.
thank you.
Because
I do really appreciate it.
he's not here, but my father has expected a lot from me. And he is a great man, and I felt that pressure too much, and when I've been opposed verbally, especially by you.
Oh, but it's warranted.
Yes.
You make fun of my height.
Sylvan, he is making peace with Leaf folk. Be kind to
No, I'm
man.
being kind to him. We're just discussing our differences.
It's in I apologize. Yes,
He's like trying to be nice.
this is bitter. This is bitter.
No, this is good.
But
Still Dick.
Might have been my best quote.
but
Alright.
I believe the first time we met
That's a good dude.
was still an opposing.
Oh, yes, I agree.
I mean, we were fighting, we were battling, and sometimes
Well,
in the heat of
it's-
competition, words can be spoken, and we, I believe, both took that the wrong way.
Agreed. Well, hey, now we're in a new fight. We can just push forward for the good of Skullgar, and
Yes.
we'll go out there and hopefully make some change. We like to make change, it seems.
Yes, for sure.
If you ever need anything, just have somebody send a message to me,
Yeah, and we can
and I can
always
send back.
try to get to Bradley as well.
Yeah, or rather too, and then I can. He doesn't. I don't know if he can do
Which-
my spell, but
Is Bradley around? I would like to speak with him on how this would work.
he's currently at. I think he's on the boat right now.
Both.
He kind of woke up not feeling too good,
Hmm.
so. Or he might have left. He might be in Cuba. No, I think he's at the boat.
Okay. Well, I'll send for him. Actually, maybe I need to walk around the city. I'll find him.
Lots of damages. I've tried to help.
Yes, we've been caught up in the damage that's been here that we haven't been able to find our way out to the streets. Another thing that King previously had not been great at.
My recommendation: more trees, more nature, more wildlife.
city. Yes, hopefully the land will be prosperous with that. Because I know there's pieces near the slums that definitely could use it.
Yeah, for sure.
Will you rename the slums?
Yes, I think we need to make that anew. Slums doesn't really fit what we're looking for. It's not the vision we have for us.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, we better be off. Nadia, everybody else that was on this council was great working with you all while we were on this island, and our paths may be separated for now, but in the future, who knows, they may cross again.
Yes.
So I will remember you all. I'm gonna have to look back at my book to remember names. But best to all of you.
And I'll just turn it off.
And as you kind of salute him, he actually kind of gets down to a knee and bows towards you.
I'm gonna smirk. No, then I'll bow. I'll bow.
God.
Then he kind of stiffens up his chin and sort of turns around to more business, to the next person in line,
Alright.
whoever it may be.
Goodbye, Skullinger.
And then I'll leave.
Yeah, you're good. We'll talk to your people.
That went well.
Yeah, went good.
Seems like a great guy.
Yeah, you apologize to me. It feels good.
As a
Yeah.
And then we'll just head back. I guess we'll go to. I'll go to the boat.
Yeah,
Start
sure.
preparing that. I don't think I have any more business. We didn't. I'll stop at the guild house and grab, like, maybe. I'll grab some ale or something, and then anything we had left, like that, just our stuff. I don't think we had anything left there, but
Yeah, I would say you could definitely fill your tankard up.
yeah,
Like
I'll
your-
fill
your-
my cask.
Yeah, your
I'll
cask.
fill my cask, and then we don't have.
And
any.
I know you had some rations. I would
Yeah.
say you could probably get everybody about a week's of rations.
So should I just add like?
all 8 members.
Should I just add like
Just say
80
you have,
rations?
we'll say 80.
80
'cause
rations.
it's a ration a day. So 80 rations.
Alright. Then I'll bring all that, and then I'll go to the ship, and then when I get there, I'll start just prepping and ready to leave.
Can you turn the lights to
So, we're getting stars. I have. Oh,
I'll go get staff.
Yes. Well, you said that.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was going there.
Oh, I forgot. That we probably
No, I forgot.
So,
Just make sure to say that.
I would say, like, at this point, like, sun has risen enough, but it's not, like, full daylight yet, so this isn't great for that. But you start making your way to the docks, and you actually see both the Hangman's Flag and the Sparrow in port. And you see that most of Nadia's crew that is left is, like, taking chunks of their ship that is, like, completely damaged off. And you notice that one of Dawson's workers from, like, the actual, like, portsmith is, like, helping repairs and stuff like that, taking crates off, putting crates back on, and just kind of doing that sort of work. And then you see the Hangman's Flag also heavily damaged, and you actually see Isla is out front, and she's, like, commanding some of the troops from her ship, and she's, like, in a sling. And you see, like, she's got this big, like, bruise on the side of her, like, trap and up her neck a little bit. And you also see yours next
Our
to
ship.
both of those ships. It's like the Hangman's Flag Sparrow, yours. And the Harpooner's looking pretty good.
No, I'm actually not there. I need to go with my staff. So that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, yes. And we'll say, just for the sake of it, you bring the letter, the person gives you the staff, and you're good to go. So that way we don't have to necessarily go through that conversation.
And I'm at the armor, but that'll be quick.
I'll go walk up to Isla quick.
Well, do we want to
Or yeah, probably
shoot to him
shoot
real
to
quick,
them.
and then we'll come back to the docks in case anybody wants to read
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll say we can go to the library too in the meantime. We'll go here and we'll circle back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd all be back to dock at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Isla.
I'll be studying for 10 hours.
To the armor.
Yeah.
So I'll knock, go in.
And he treats you.
How's it going, sir?
Oh, it's just,
Could be going better. Don't really know what has just unfolded for me in the past few days.
Yes, it was unfortunate what took place, but
I saw Dracus come out to sea and wreak hell on this city and castle. Just terrifying.
it was. Thankfully, we had enough of the means to use Dracus for the appropriate side. With as much faith and confidence as we have, but it's still hopefully a better rule in the city, and things will be much different now, hopefully for the better, for a long time.
Well, I'll take your word for it. What can I help you with?
2 questions.
Yes.
I dropped off the leather and the armor and everything that I gave you about a day ago, and I was just curious about I guess if you had any kind of estimate on that. I know it's going to take time, and that's okay. And I just was curious what that would possibly look like. And then the other thing we have is we lost one of our party members in the fight, and unfortunately, none of the party members that we have that are still with us have the means to operate one of the weapons that he wielded, and it's quite valuable.
I understand, and I'm sorry. You did that to your fallen friend. But as far as this weapon goes, what, are you asking for a price, or are you asking for...
If it's something that you would be able to compensate us for, that would be great, but if not, I do understand.
May I see this item?
Yes, and I'll pull Rowan's crossbow out.
Yep. And he takes it, he examines it.
I got it.
No, this is a very fine piece of almost machinery. It seems as if it's intricate with vials of what appear to be acid, and activating it can do something. Not 100% sure what, but it's very fine in not only marksmanship, but even craftsmanship.
It was quite expensive, and it was very useful in the battle. And yes, it's acid vials in there you can infuse into the shots that you shoot, from what I understand from watching them use it.
Acid's a tough resource to come by these days. It's dangerous work collecting acid. Well, I'd say proper value, give you 8,000 for it.
Okay. Can I have a moment? I'm gonna walk outside and I'll go on the earpiece. I'll say, so everybody knows, the blacksmith is going to give us, or was willing to give us 8,000 for the bow. Is that going to be enough? Do we have enough to cover if we get 8,000 for the bow?
I mean, it's really no use to us. So you might as well just take the money.
yeah, I believe 8,000 is fine.
Because if we don't pay our debt off before we leave, it's gonna probably accumulate.
I agree.
I think we have, let me check my notes. This would be day 5, so we would have 5 days left after today.
I have no idea how far we have to travel, and what if there's not a gold bank where we go?
I agree.
So I think we can pay it off if you do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
So just do it.
Okay.
See if you want.
I was gonna say maybe include it in your bargain for the armor he's making.
Sounds good.
Because we have 5,900, so I don't know when the armor's gonna be done, but maybe we should start that.
That's what I'm
That's
going to ask. If it's going to take too long and it needs to wait, then
Yeah, because we probably wanted to leave today, so we can just see what he says.
so I'll go back in. We can do 8,000 with the bow.
Alrighty, well, I'll get that sorted out for you. And he goes back and he goes into a little back room and you hear a chest open up and a few sacks go looking on the ground. And he comes back with like 5 pretty big sacks of gold and he pushes them across the counter.
Okay. And I'll
Well, that lasted one
When
fight.
we revolted, we should just like purge the whole city, like looted
It was
everyone.
good.
Like all the shots were just taking all our fucking money. Purge.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And again, on the armor for my friend, I know, and the saddle, I know that it's going to take time. My only question being, and the reason that this is somewhat important, is because me and my party have means and callings to go to other places, so we will likely be leaving soon. And I don't know exactly the date, but I would imagine it's going to definitely be within probably the next couple of days.
Well, even if I work through the night, I doubt I can meet that deadline.
Okay. If you were to give me a realistic estimate of what this would be, even if it's not you, but for someone who has the same caliber of skill that you possess as far as blacksmithing goes, what would you think it would take, time-wise?
Well, I am no dwarf, and I am no master of forging or even blacksmithing, so someone else could probably get it done much faster than me, but I'd probably take around 7 or 8 days to complete this.
Okay.
But again, I'm just a solo operation. There are smithing places out there that have many workers, many hard-working dwarves.
Say, if I were able to get you any kind of assistance to do this in the few days that we were there, how do you think that, even if they don't know necessarily what they're doing, but it's just extra hands to move things for you and help you, would that be useful?
Look around the city, Dars. I do not think help is needed in my shop.
This is
Help
fair.
is needed elsewhere.
Sounds good. Well, I will, I don't know if this will be the last time that we're here, but
Why are you leaving?
yes, we need to go to other islands. There are bigger, more pressing needs that need attending. The Skulligar will always operate as a hopefully a safe haven for my group, and we have a person on the council, so we are able to still communicate and keep in touch with the things that are happening within the city. So we won't be far off from there.
Well, I tell you this, so Timok and I will be missed. You guys have done a great deed for the city. It hurts to know that your absence is near.
Okay, I hope this is not the last time that we are here, and if things go well, they won't be. But for the time being, we do need to go elsewhere and tend to other pressing needs, or else there will be other islands that will suffer the same as Skulligar did, and we're hoping to prevent that.
I understand.
If that's the case, I will not put the pressure on you to craft this. The one thing, though, that I could ask of you, instead of doing the armor, would you be able to do the saddle in like a day or two?
I could probably possibly make that happen. It's not going to make any promises by any means, but it's going to take much shorter than the armor.
Okay. Because we have other needs that we need to tend to on the island first, but after we get done with that, I'm assuming we will be leaving shortly after that.
I see. Well, this is up to you. You want to gamble on my craftsmanship?
I'll go into the year again. How long do you guys think this is going to take? If I need to take this, it's fine. But I won't have him start this now, and I'll just wait until we get to the next stop. But if you think that we're going to be here for a couple of days yet, then he could at least maybe get my saddle done. But if not, it's no big deal. I'll take it.
I think you should wait. Might be better craftsmanship, bigger cities. I just don't want to feel obligated to come back here if that's where our path isn't leading.
Yeah, I think just wait, just take a lot with us, and whenever we get, we can find a blacksmith and have it started there. Maybe we'll have more than one blacksmith. Might go a little quicker.
I guess and it might be better if he's helping the city instead of grinding on your saddle.
True.
Fair. Well, I appreciate all that you have helped me and my party out with in the time that we've been here, but I will I'll take my my wares, I guess, and I'll have it gotten on the ship and everything, so that way we have it, and I can have it done in a city where we will have hopefully significantly more time.
Well, we appreciate you and your party members for everything you've done.
We appreciate Skulligar and the time that we were here. Again, it's unfortunate that it came to what it had to, but again, hopefully the change that we've helped instill in the city will last for much longer than the tyranny that was going on here.
I bet you safe travels. You're going to party wherever the winds may take you.
I appreciate that.
And may you find fame and fortune as you did here in Skulligar.
That would be nice. Thank you. And then I'll start heading out, and I guess like while they're doing all of that, while they're having their conversation, I guess like I'll start gathering the stuff and just kind of start like walking it to the ship and getting it all loaded up and helping them out.
Easy enough.
Go
To the library.
Alright. Poor dog himself.
Does the library look damaged at all?
Yes. It seems mostly damaged on the northern side.
Probably some dragons.
Make a perception check.
Crit fail.
Crit fail. Yeah, you don't know what possibly had come from it, but it seems closest, the side closest to the water. It seemed as if, it's not completely fucked up, but you can't place on what could have even done the damage that has.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll walk in. I'm assuming the entrance is fine, right?
The front side is
Still in shape.
still
Yeah,
in shape.
I'll go in.
Okay, you walk in and you see more workers than you've ever seen in there before. There are books and, tables and everything just upended. There are things just scattered everywhere. It seems like whatever had happened, it almost feels like there had been like an earthquake in here. It feels like books are just piles, and it just seems like everything that was in order is no longer in order. At least on that northern side of the wall. Everything when you walk in, you're like, oh great, but then you just look straight past the front desk that you normally get greeted by Luna, and everything is just like slanted or it's off the walls. Not necessarily destroyed.
Yeah, just disorganized.
Just like
Is there someone sitting at the desk right now?
there's not.
I'll just kind of like.
Like you see workers like up on shelves. They're like pulling a bookshelf up right now. Someone's like dusting and sweeping, and someone's taking books and they're like going through and trying to organize stuff again. And you don't even see Luna at the moment.
Yeah, I'll like go up to one of the nearest workers and be like, "Excuse me, you guys just cleaning up around here?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Have you seen Luna at all? Here to speak with her."
She's around somewhere. I'm sorry. I've been really kind of just doing what they've been telling me. I don't normally work here. They needed extra help, so I offered my hand.
Well, we appreciate the help. It's mightily noble of you.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been in here, so it's kind of wild.
Yes, This is actually one of the most important buildings preserved in the city. Keeps all the history and everything about the city. How would you know anything if we didn't have the library for you to read about it?
That's true. I just never had the privilege to be here, so it's kind of nice.
Are you from the slums area?
I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that does change that. I think that will be a good change. I think the city will be more, blended together, per se.
That would be nice. I see some people with nice things around here.
Well, if you keep working hard, maybe you can get some good pay and you can afford some of this yourself.
Oh, that'd be great. It'd be kind of great to be paid for this right now, but we'll see. I don't know. I just started, so it's okay.
All right.
It's not hard work.
I'll take out 10 gold.
Okay.
I'll be like, go get any of your friends or anything, and give them a payday as well.
And he like looks at it, and he's like a younger, like 15, 16-year-old human, just like kind of wild. He's just kind of like, oh my god, and he's like, Jasper's gonna love this, and then he like kind of runs off, and he like just bolts out the door and just starts running towards the slums.
Perfect. And then yeah, I'll kind of meander around and look for Luna,
Yeah.
or I guess the other librarian. I don't know if I ever count.
Make a history check.
I always forget. It's like people's names. 15.
His name is Ark.
Ark. I'm pretty sure I do have that right now. Do I see Ark at all?
Yeah, he's actually he's the one that is frantically at one of the tables. Like, as you kind of like take a look around a little bit more, like some of the tables are like literally completely turned over, some are just pushed out of the way, and he's got one central big table to himself, and it's like a 15, 20 foot long table, and he's like frantically like piles and piles of book, and he's just like writing things down, and he's like
Trying to reorganize it or
like, he's like taking book and he's like placing it, he's like kind of freaking out, he's like, oh my god, as you kind of like walk up, he's like, oh, what's this?
Good day, Ark.
Oh, Sigmund, holy cow, it's good to see you.
Yeah, I'm sorry what happened around here. I didn't realize the library was taking part of the damage of what was going on.
Well, we kind of got left alone for a while, and then there was this big rumble, and we heard Dracus. Well, we heard something, and we walked out and we saw Dracus.
Mm.
And then there were some shots from the castle, and a bit of a catapult or something hit right at the base of the wall, and it made a big rumble, and all of our things are just out of place now.
Shit. Well, it might not be good luck for me. I'm actually looking for something. Two things actually. I'm looking for Luna as well, but I'm looking for information on artifacts.
Oh, well, Luna's in her special chambers.
Oh, duh, I know where she is. I can go down there then.
Yeah, she actually has it open right now. And you look back in the back right corner, that the book's kind of split, and you kind of go down.
Oh, perfect.
And you see that it's
I'll
open.
make my way down there then.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm. a bit
By the way, I
frantic.
gave there's a young boy here. I gave him some gold to go find more workers for you guys to get this cleaned up. Hopefully he comes back with a couple more strong, stern minds.
Oh, great. Any help is great.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And he goes just frantically back to work, just
Oh.
taking book to book, just trying to put them in stacks.
I'll go back down to the chambers then.
Yeah, and you go back into the room, and you find the room, the kind of secret latch room that she had put, or taken you underneath the library, where she had shown you the original projection of when the red moon switched, or when the moon hadn't switched, excuse me. And she's kind of down there, and she's like deep into like ledgers. She's like got some fancier books that she is just essentially like authenticating. She's like making sure that like nothing of the most pristine books are like damaged. She's going through and making sure everything's kind of in order.
Well, as she's doing it, I'll be like, so where were you when the catapult hit the library?
Oh, Sigmund, you scared me. Wow.
There is.
I was here.
Were you alright?
Yes, it was crazy. I saw a lightning bolt in the sky. I was walking here from home, and, well, I just ran and locked the doors.
It's a good reaction. I'm sure if you were in the way of that catapult or Dracus, it would have been pretty ugly.
Yeah, it was loud. I just kept myself down here.
Well, I actually came to speak to you about a couple things. If you have the time, I know you look like you're pretty busy. I won't be too long here.
Well, there's only a few things left in order for the special arrangements down here.
What are those books that are considered special arrangements?
Well, these are more of the, I wouldn't say ancient, but they're Oh, this book's.
Oh. Well, this is actually something I may be looking for. Is there a book on artifacts at all?
I don't believe so. Most of it's about. I mean, this one specifically. This one's about the moons and everything that I've shown you before. There are just some other unique tomes of sorts of, previous owners of the library. There's a book here on Eldrin Seahorn.
Oh. So more of the history.
Well, some things, yes. Some things are different. Some things I can't even understand. I can't read them. I don't know the language.
Well, Mai Tai Si can do that. Maybe I can read them?
And she sort of she has these fine leather gloves that kind of go all the way up the arms.
Uh-huh.
And she kind of dusts it off a little bit, and then she puts it on a pedestal, and she carefully opens it, and she takes page by page, and she goes.
Did any of them have Draconic or Celestial in there, or Undercommon?
So the first one that she shows you, as you kind of approach, she's distance.
Sorry. I'll
And then you
take that
kind of
back.
peek over, and yes, that first book she opens up is in Celestial.
Oh, cool. And I'll start reading it out loud for her.
Yeah. So this book that you open up. Okay. This one reads. This one is a history book, and it reads. You can tell in its make. Actually, just make a perception check. Why not?
Nice. 18.
18. This one, it seems like a more recent telling of something, only based on the title. It says Pre-Fracture, a war before kingdoms arose.
Oh, so this is. And I'll read that, and I'll for the first couple pages, I'll just kind of have her kind of go through it, or look for a summary at least, and then if there's, or about the author, things like that, that gives more information about the book without actually diving into it.
Yes, and so it starts talking about names of places, and it starts talking about a name that you had somewhat recently been accustomed to. Talks about when you guys were down in the mines and you found this big map with the glasses first,
Yep.
where it had all the islands together.
Oh, yeah.
And it starts talking about the name of that place, and it starts speaking in its celestial name, and it starts talking, and then it kind of finally mentions the actual name that you know of. Which I actually have it here. Some of my notes are kind of scattered. Yes, and you see that it starts naming a place called Parthin. P-A-R-T-H-I-N.
Yep, and that's the same thing we kind of got
Yes.
from that map.
And you notice that, so you start kind of telling her there's, when the islands were all together, the great, land of Parthin was, what we know now of the 6 islands. You start naming the regions, and most of the names that you speak are sort of synonyms, or sort of name jumbled, or
Okay.
what the islands are now are essentially taken from.
Yeah,
those
rooted
places.
from that.
Yeah, you hear Vastmar was once actually known as Mathalis, and then you hear that Oldstead was something. It was Stead and then something else, and it kind of seems like the translation is lost and it didn't make sense.
Okay.
And then you notice that once it kind of gets through that, you notice that was the pre-fracture. Post-fracture comes into play, and then you notice that it was called Thay
what's it called?
Thebazin.
And that was the
That's-
island together, right?
That's still the islands together. You notice that it was called that. It was called Thebazin when the new list came. What was called the Age of Contest.
Okay.
That when the 7 nations once opposed each other over the whole entire continent, most were separated by races of their own volition, and that you actually start reading about the Kalashtar Lord named Demius Ilor. Was the most feared and powerful knight, and in the Battle of Sovereigns, each met in the middle of the continent, which led to, which had remained like neutral in occupancy. The middle was always there, and then that because of this sort of battle, he was victorious. But within this entire battle, the moment that he had essentially claimed and called it Thebazin, the gods were pissed off, and then from then on, essentially history just pieced itself into post-fracture.
Okay.
So now, and then it starts talking about different ages post.
Yeah, like
post Demius, and then you notice that with what year it is now, you notice that dates on it say pre-fracture, post-fracture.
Okay. Yeah, I'll read that for her to give her some information on that. I won't take too long on that though, if not
Yeah.
spend my whole time. Sorry, getting back in here. Well, I think we should stop for now. I have more important matters, but I hope that was helpful for you.
Yes. Man, what language is this?
It's celestial, actually. It's of my heritage, and Asimar's, I guess, born language of the gods.
What am I not really here? Wow. Well, this is very helpful. I think, might beseech me to maybe start learning Celestial in our tomes that we have here.
Yes, and actually, speaking of that, that was going to bring me to my next thing is, with everything going on, speaking to the new king, author, you're familiar with him, correct?
Yes, the Silver Swans.
Yes, in the negotiations, you've been appointed a representative of the history of this town, and it is now your duty to preserve it.
And she goes almost stark white. She's just she kind of sits back in her shoulders and she's like shocked. She's like, I'm to do what?
Basically, make sure people remember that this king, the king before Arthur, was a terrible one. Preserve the history, make sure it's known. The people in this isle.
Wow.
That's something you're interested in. I can't tell if you're excited, nervous.
You could say both.
You are, if you are not up to the challenge, you are able to climb. I just thought that you were well trusted, and I know you have a very well connection to these books and the history of this town and the Yellow Island.
Wow. Man, the last history book that we've had created anew was before the last owner left.
Well, it's perfect. You can connect all the dots together, and
she's breathing heavily under her breath. She's on the verge of anxiety, almost breaking down into a cold sweat of all the you can tell just knowing her enough that she's going through all the steps. She's oh my god, she's making the checklist in her head, and her checklist you can see is just drowning herself, and she's just kind of whoa, she's almost getting woozy, and she's but to be the sole historian for all of Skolar.
you're not the sole one. You are just the one who's in charge of leading that push. I'm sure the people from the castle have other nobles, things like that, to assist you.
Wow. Okay. That'll give me something to do for a while.
Yes, and like I said, I think you'd be the right person to do it. Understanding both sides of the matter, right? Being a close connection to being a resident of the city, but as well having a connection to Solti Malkai. The reason for this change.
Yes, I've seen many things in the years, and I'll make sure whoever Man, I'm a historian, I'm not a writer, but maybe I can employ somebody. Ooh, there's not many bards around here, but...
Well, I do know one, but he's more of a fighter than anything. He doesn't really do anything with music, singing, writing. He just likes to use his sword.
Sword boy.
Well, I'm sure someone will make their way, and hopefully maybe I still have contacts places, but yes, I'm grateful. Thank you.
Yes, I think if you just go to the castle when you have the chance after you clean up the library and let them know, they should remember that I stated that you were going to be taking on that. Along with you're not on the High Council, but I do know you are closely connected to Solti Malkai too. So if they're ever needing an opinion on what Solti Malkai may think, I said you may be a person to ask as well.
Yes, I'm completely honored.
That's great. I do have strong feelings for you, care for you, and I think this is all I can do for you since I am leaving. So
Yes, you had mentioned this day would come.
I do apologize. I feel remorse, and I feel like I'm trying to do everything I can to make it up to you.
Well, Sigmund, if this shows me how good of a heart you have, just this gesture alone is enough. You've given me something that I could have only dreamed of.
Well, I'm glad, and it wasn't something that I gave to you. It was something you sought out yourself. Showing your kindness and helping me with the information of lone stranger and me walking into your library is what drew me to you, and your knowledge of the histories. It wasn't me giving it to you. That was all yourself.
Well, as once when I was an apprentice, learning and traveling and becoming the person I was, my former teacher had told me it is unwise to withhold information from somebody when it's seeked or when it's sought out. It's unimportant to hold grudges against somebody you may not agree with. Knowledge is knowledge, and everybody has the right to it. No matter if you were a devil seeking something about his own heritage or seeking about something that has been a problem in the lands, maybe I wouldn't have on that point, but you get the point. I can't withhold my abilities from somebody. It's
No.
not in my nature.
I 100% agree, and I think, like I said, you were the main reason why we were able to slay Rhaegal and save this whole island. And you were also the reason why I wanted to save this island. So if I didn't know there was good people here, what was the point of taking out the tyrants of Alita, right? If it's not people we're saving, then what are we doing? But you and many others in the city, even me Hope and the rest of Solti Malkai. There is good out there. Hopefully that everyone can seek it.
So you're saying, have you ever heard the story about Samwise Gamgee?
It's in this book.
It's in this crazy tome, except I can't read it.
It's an ancient Elvish.
It's an ancient hobbit.
I made great cinema.
It's written in Bilbo Baggins.
Well, anyways, I do have one more request to you before I leave. Do you have some table space? I have a couple things I want to show you.
Sure. And she has like a little side table that when you walk in, she usually puts her belongings, but she takes hers off, and yeah, so there's like a small like.
I'll take out of my bag like the sword, and I'll set it down, and then I'll take out the hilt.
Okay.
And then I'll sit down, and then I'll say, These are part of an ancient artifact to be an ancient elvish sword. That's why I was asking you for information on the artifacts of this isle. I cannot read the writing, but one of my friends told me it says, from their life source, heal your wounds, warrior. I was seeing if you had any information or any knowledge about what this is, the power it beholds, and I believe I'm looking for a gem. There's a location for that.
And she's kind of like looking at it, and she sort of like comes over and she like starts like kind of like sifting over and like kind of like touching the side of the blade, and she kind of picks it up and turns it over, looks at the hilt, looks at the piece that she thinks she understands, like at the pommel, and she kind of like under her breath starts reading the Elvish back and saying it again, and she kind of I know nothing of this. I don't have any tomes that I know of at the moment.
All right.
Well, I wish I could help you on this, but I don't think, especially down here in the sacred texts, I don't have anything on a specific artifact.
It may be too old for what you have in the text as well.
Could be.
Or maybe it was meant to be hidden, and there wasn't books written about these artifacts. One of the wizards, actually, Luther, told us that these were actually broken apart because they were too powerful to wield for people. So it makes me wary of who was wielding them before they were broken and the power and destruction they caused.
And then so she kind of starts thinking.
Is she a terrible roller tonight?
Well, she's got a decent plus, but the first one was better than the second. The second one was real bad. She starts thinking, and she actually, to one of the books that she had not gotten to yet, she sort of like carefully like goes through a process. It takes like roughly 5 to 10 minutes for her just to kind of like polish it and kind of get it nice and make sure everything's right, that it's not going to fall apart. She kind of brushes off and like cleans off a symbol on the front side, the back side, and like she cleans this, like as she kind of wipes down the spine of the book, it sort of like gives this like weird shimmer. And she goes, I haven't read this in a while, but this, what you're speaking of didn't ring a bell of what we're looking for until you said who could be wielding these. Well, in history of the gods, many gods have different forms, avatars or champions or maesters or magis. Different gods of different things have different names for who they essentially appoint as their highest known gifted in the realm.
Correct, that are considered immortal, correct?
Well, maybe not immortal, but
No, amortal, not immortal.
yes, those that are mortal, yes, that do the deeds of the gods. I mean, this book just looks like a bunch of names, and it's like, it's not very thick, but she kind of hands it to you, and she kind of like opens it up, and as you look into it, it looks like a bunch of names, but every name is in a different language.
Okay. So I will look for the ones that are Elvish.
Okay.
And I can't read Elvish, but I believe she can.
She can read Elvish.
Okay.
So she actually only points out one.
Okay.
Right away, because she hasn't gotten to the rest of the book, but that first page that she reads out, one second. Pull it back up.
Unlock the names.
Oh, we do? Oh, yeah, from the library? Or not library, but like wizard study?
You read the first name as Ilvarthael Everstone.
God. How do you spell that?
Ilvarthaele.
Wait, A-E-L-E.
Yep. And then
Ivar, so it's like Ilvarth.
Wait, it says an I.
Ilvarthael.
Okay.
What's the last name?
And then Everstone. Everston.
That's a hell of a name.
And you see, she says, I believe this book was bestowed upon our library by this person. It seems like they essentially take all ranks of all the information here. It seems like they are the lone scriber of it. They're also known as the High Herald or the Silver Stag. They she seems to be the lore master of Denir, the god of Denir, the god of writing.
That's the author of these books.
And you said that's the author of this book, correct?
It seems to be so, yes. And in fact, it makes more sense now. The symbol on the back, and she turns it over, and the symbol is that of a lit candle, and within the flame of, or with what would be the flame is an open eye.
I don't know this. It's real deep.
And so she reads that one off, and that one was definitely in Elvish.
Okay.
And then she kind of goes through, and she's like, most of these others are, some of them are in language, and some of them are in runes. And I'm not a studier of runes necessarily, but I am of writing. There's only one other Elvish name, but it doesn't make sense. It's almost like a decipher of his name. And I've looked at it many times, but I couldn't figure it out.
So, yes, this is very helpful. So, obviously she was not the one to wield the sword, but if we were to find her, she could be the one to tell us about the sword.
Well, I don't believe she is.
Or if she's alive. Yes.
She is no longer alive, I believe. She was long, long ago, I know of. She's written many books and many of tomes. But this is just information. I apologize. I don't know if this is the person or the information you need to seek, but she is one example of those who have wielded powers. Hers just happen to be tomes.
Okay. Did she, didn't she reside at the Candlekeep?
Well, I believe so.
Who resides there now?
Oh man, I've never been myself.
Where is that located?
They speak of a keep in Kingsmain.
Camping shit, dude. You like that?
Perfect. Well, no, I mean, whether it's helpful information or not to what I'm looking for, knowledge is still helpful. So, if I am ever Kingsmain, I may try to, seek this out.
Yes. Just know though, legends have that you need to be able to produce something upon entry.
What do you mean?
Oh, I know that already.
Most times when you, most people in my profession know the knowledge that you need something unique, whether it be an artifact, whether it be a tome that is unique to the rest of the realms.
Ah, that actually does ring a bell. Because I believe when we first came here, you told Sylvan he had a tome like that, correct?
I believe so, possibly.
Yes. No, yes. Yeah, when we first came here, there was a book Wasn't this library?
We found it in the dungeon.
No,
Okay,
no. But you asked.
Okay, I'm done.
No,
Keep
you
going.
asked the first time you came to the library. You asked her about it. And she told you about that. That's how you know that person.
You must have touched your ear.
I haven't known the name yet. I just know initials.
Oh, you know initials.
All I know is initials. Initials.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't quite roll right.
Sorry, I wish
But
I
he,
was here.
but did he not? He did show. Did he come here with the book?
Make a history check.
I swear to God,
I'll give you a history check.
remember.
Unfortunately, you weren't part of the conversation enough to understand.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, let's get back to it. Well, thank you. That's all I had. I do appreciate your time. I shall be going now, and hopefully this library can be fixed here soon.
Yes, I mean, thankfully there's no damage to much on the inside.
That's right. Before I leave, might I get one last kiss to remember you by? I couldn't look at him because I was going to die laughing. Yeah! Let's go!
You got tongue.
Fear discretion
Yeah, do it
survives.
performance.
I got 15.
This is deep.
15!
Hey!
Hey, we're in
Third assist.
Wait, this is deep.
She's perfect.
Oh, Luna!
In whatever spark in the moment, you know that at
Get a lot of
some point,
teeth.
at some point in the middle of the night, there will be a shooting star right above this library.
There's a dance
Deep
floor
goes in
that-
too hard.
There's a
Chips
dance
or
floor in
two.
the back. You see stuff.
No. What actually happens? Since he has his helmet off, his halo just starts growing brighter and
yeah.
brighter.
Oh.
And then she goes, "Ooh, it's kind of hot down there. You're emitting a little bit of light somewhere else."
Sigmund.
The teeth.
Sigmund!
Beautiful.
What was the author's name? Could you give me?
I can
Did
give
you
it.
write some
It's
notes?
Yeah, then I'll
ILVAR
I'll kind of like
AELE.
I'll kind of like as I'm leaving and saying my goodbye.
Ever-
shed a little
Everstone.
tear.
Yeah, and she gives you
She's the lore
one
master.
last embrace.
You're not gonna see her again, so let's go. Get on it.
I know. This is not.
Grab her ass one
This
more
is
time.
not goodbye. This is see you later.
Grab her ass one more time. Okay.
You grab her in front. She's nat 20s up there.
She's got
That's like Sydney Sweeney up there in the front.
She pulls it out.
She pulls it out for
Oh
you.
my god.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Out of the library. Okay. Which I'm assuming that will bring us back to the docks where we had left.
Wait,
last left.
hey,
Hey, real quick.
I should be like inspired or something from that, right?
She is the lore master. For
Ah!
She is the lore master for what god?
Ilvar, the Everstone.
Yeah, she is the lore master for what god?
Denir. Deneir.
What is it? The
Deneir.
Okay.
The god of knowledge.
I mainly need her books.
Did you just add the fire?
Oh, look.
Is it just the colors?
Think about the sword that you've got. What are we missing?
The gem.
The gem?
Yeah.
No, I don't have that sword anymore.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's like hilarious that it actually kind of like might.
Oh,
actually
you're
look
saying
like
look like the new
Yeah.
one. Sorry.
Oh, I see.
But then, yes, we all make it back to the docks as our friend Sylvan and Torn kind of make their way. And they had noticed that Isla is in this sling. You all kind of reconvene. You see this now at this point too. And then at that point, you also see that your friend, the Druid, is actually bringing down a metallic body who seems rigid and lifeless. As you see, Judas has a large cave-in the front of his chest, and his arm is completely off. And you see that what normal light, soft light, is in his eyes is completely shut off. And it seems like he's in this position like this, and it seems like his body is just not moving. You're an idiot. 9 points of psychic damage, and that's legit. That's legit. Psychic
No,
damage.
I'm not saying I can't, but
You're taking it. You're taking
I'm
it.
not thinking too. Like,
You're taking
if what we just said 2 knobs for ours, he's like laying down.
wait, sorry.
You're taking it. Taking 9 psychic
Take
damage.
it.
I'm not kidding.
Why?
Because that was
Come
so
on, it's
stupid.
illegal.
That's
So-
not illegal.
So,
What you did might be illegal.
Okay. All right.
Doris, were you able to pay off our debt?
I got the 8,000 from the bow, and I was able to get the rest of the I don't know, the materials that I'm gonna need for Dorias back in the boat. So that should be good. We'll just do that some other time. But I have the money on me now.
All right, I guess I signed my name. Do you want me to go pay it? I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it me and you, Doris? I think it was.
I went with you, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know
you
if I
can
signed
pay it too.
anything.
I believe I signed it, and then I signed someone else's name. Was it yours?
I do remember that.
So here's 2,000 gold out of the party fund.
Thank you.
And then I'll give him what I got from the bow.
I'll like take the gold and I'll start running to the golden bank.
And you run all the way to the Golden Bank.
Oh, wait, does golden bank look destroyed now?
Everything around it's in shambles, but it's perfectly fine.
It doesn't seem to be like it's too bad.
Yeah, I'll knock on the door. Hello, anyone in there?
Come in.
Edmund, is that you?
It is, yes.
Be Sigmund. How's it going?
Well, it's going. I'm safe, and my family and I are alive. I think that's more than what most people can say.
Yes, it was pretty nasty out there. Fortunately, I think it's for the better, but I'm surprised no one tried looting the bank or attacking you guys with all the chaos going on.
So I think we'd be just fine. I don't think they'd be able to touch the archives.
Why is that? Is it secure?
This is very secure, yes.
Good. Well, I'm here to add to your archives, repay our debt.
Paying off the 10,000 you loaned.
Yes, I do have the 10,000.
Well, this is great news. I do believe you were on your 5th day of an outstanding.
To be like a douche, you know, when you're taking you want to play in all pennies, I want to pay in all copper pieces.
You lie.
Not a copper.
JK. Yeah, I'll set the gold on like his desk, or whatever. It was a pleasure doing business with you. Hopefully, if we ever need another loan again, we'll be coming to you.
Yes. Our banks are always willing and able to give out loans relative to any amount.
And he kind of finds your kind of deed, and he kind of takes the stamp and he stamps something on it, rolls it up, and puts it back on the shelf.
Well, I believe we'll be leaving, so be sure to give out any money you can to help rebuild this place.
Oh, we will.
I don't know about loans so much. You just donate.
The Iron Bank, or the Golden Bank, does not donate.
You don't. Why not?
There's no money in donations.
Girl. Well, anyways, pleasure doing business, Edmund, and remember, this change is for the good. Do your best to embrace it.
We'll see what type of dividends it yields for us, and what type of economy comes in the wake of this.
Was the king paying you well?
Yes, he was paying us good.
Shit. Well, I believe in the new establishment and the new leaders here. The economy will be back to booming.
I sure hope so, yes.
Well, anyways, good day. No.
Yep.
Straight back to the docks.
We'll just wait. Or I guess we should probably say something to those people instead of just sitting there.
Oh. Hi, hey guys. I see. One of you didn't make it.
Oh, yeah, well, our friend here, Druid, he sometimes falls. He can come back.
Oh, that's good. Just get him some new parts.
She can come back.
She, they,
They,
what do the males have of Warforged? How do you differentiate?
Well, they usually just come with a personality.
Oh, I see.
Why did I go to Zodiac? That was so stupid.
Jeez, your voice keeps changing.
Luna. Or
And as Island Team walking along, we got
Oh my God.
38 people to rotate between.
Alright. Well, hey, I really
Yeah.
appreciate you guys taking down the Dawnbreaker.
That was a mighty fine battle we had up there.
was.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it would have been pretty easy if we brought the Harker out.
And he goes, you know, I think what we had was good enough. God, Zodiac, get the fuck out. You know.
You do sound like my friend Zodiac.
Maybe I should start talking about the captain, and then I'll just be good.
Then you get
big
to
history
worry.
check. You know who this is. But
yeah, 16.
it's Lark.
Lark. I like it.
Lark for both.
Yeah, Lark was like,
Oh,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're gonna be sailing here soon, but I'm sure that our travels will meet. I mean, I'm sure that we'll meet up again sometime. Our paths aligned early, and geez, you guys sail around quite a bit. I'm sure we'll meet up with you.
Yeah, I mean, with the king, he might just need to do a little repairs on the ship again. But seems like we have some repairs of our own crew here. We lost a lot out there, and we're grateful for what we did, but I think it'd be our time here to stay in Old Stead for a bit.
That's good. They needed a big ship to protect this place.
Man, you should have seen that thing sink. It was beautiful.
That's good. That thing deserves to be at the bottom of the ocean. Now, what's his name can just eat it. Dracus.
Yeah, that was a sight to see in itself.
Oh,
One
sure.
of those steam breaths almost shot through the ship into us. It was kind of scary, but
There's a lot of cannons on that.
yeah.
That's why, like, if the Harkonners one cannon really would have impacted or two maybe. I have two on there now. I think it really would have impacted the fight.
Like 1d4.
1d4. That's a lot of damage. That's good. It's a lot of damage. All right, but I'm gonna go tend to our ship, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you in the future. I got this flag that I still haven't tied to our mast. I want to put it next to our Soti Malkai flag up there. Fly the Order of the Tide.
It's always good to take down one of the opposites and gain a new friend.
For sure. Well, I like that.
I'll go for Knuckles. With Lark. And then
friend.
I want to go to a Harkonnen, and I want to climb up top, and then next to our flagpole or whatever we have up there,
Yeah.
like I want to hang our
Make
like
a let's just do a dex check.
Jack.
12.
Okay. So you climb up safely enough. Now make a sleight of hand.
10.
10.
Yep.
As you are sort of like hanging it near your other banner, your foot slips a little bit, and then you hear like whoa, and then he like casts a little bit of wind, and he helps you back up.
Oh, thank you.
Glad I was watching.
Hey, that went down.
So
And then you get it up.
so when I hang it, is it like our flag flowing this way and like or the side this one, or are they like hanging?
The way I pictured it,
There's like that flag right there is on
Yeah.
our ship.
so that's like at the top of your mast.
Yeah.
So like that's your normal flag that does like wave in the distance.
Yeah.
The banner that you have in the Order of Tide is one that you like will hang in like so you have the main center mast that goes all the way up to the crow's
And
nest,
that has
and your flag's there. Underneath the crow's nest, you have that bar
Yeah,
that
so you put
hangs
that
the normal flags,
Okay.
and you have it hanging like out in front.
Okay.
And it's like more of like a more like a pendant type thing
Yeah.
where it's like bigger and wider.
So I'll hang that there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll get down.
Well, everybody, now that we have
We have a pretty decent crew now, right?
Yeah.
Like I think he has.
Well, check around.
Yeah,
I'll just
make
do a
perception
perception
check.
it. 10 again. 10 again.
You notice that you were lent a crew before everything took place.
Mhm.
Within the ranks, you know that it's I think you were given like 15
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
15 was normally promised. You get the sense that
They died.
maybe you lost them.
And find a good cause. Alright, well, everybody, we're gonna.
Also, you don't see. Kidding.
Good. No,
Thor was about to kill off my own person. You don't see.
Oh, Dominic.
Dominic.
Joking. Can't kill him off yet.
And then Zodia, I'm assuming, is there.
And Zodia, well, Zodia, you know, Zodia's around. He's there.
Killing off Dominic gives Zodia more screen time.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, we're
I
gonna.
want to kind of take like where the captain wheels is.
We're gonna be setting sail here in a bit. We're gonna be off to the other side of Boltstead, and then maybe to Perrybrooks. It's gonna be a long travel. I have some rations. If you have anything in your homes that you want to bring, please go grab it now, because pretty soon here's once Sigmund's back, I believe we'll be setting sail to go talk to the people on the other side of the island, and then leaving for good. So
Yeah, and you
please
notice-
prepare to head out.
And those crewmates that from the time that you were lent, they all kind of like are looking at each other and they're kind of elbowing, and they all walk off the ship towards the sleeping serpent.
And
Are those
as you're
people staying with us or no?
I want to ask Dominic.
Say that again.
I want to add Dominic.
Are those people staying with us or are they leaving?
I believe they're coming with us.
Oh, that's what I thought. They're just getting their stuff. That's,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I thought that they were our people, but I don't know.
Sounded like they wanted, from talks before, they kind of wanted to have a little bit of a last drink before we set
Oh,
sail.
well, that's a good idea.
And Sylvan, as you're kind of giving yours to the crew, you see Thorin come up.
Oh, Thornton, I was looking for you. I didn't see you here.
Yes, I've been here on the ship, making sure everything's within order, Captain.
Good. That's what you're hired to do, right?
Yes. I only wish that someday I'm able to get off this ship and face battle with my captain.
I'm sure that time will come. I think as we continue as we journey and train everybody here as warriors, just in case if we do get boarded or we need to board, I think you'll be a mighty fine warrior, Thorin. It's in your bloodline.
Thank you. And he kind of draws his battle axe. Don't worry. The ship was under my protection. There was nothing that was going to come my way.
Oh, I'm sure that nothing will get by you.
He kind of puts it
I
back.
appreciate it.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
The real battle one is no battle at all.
Who is this guy? He kind of draws his battle axe.
No, this is a new friend that we
Oh,
met.
I'm reacting to this guy.
His name is Thorin. Thorin Fay.
Thorin, be Thorin.
Yeah, he's got a pretty nice scar on his face. His nice blonde hair.
He kind of looks like one of the guys that raided the Harkonnen first, just not the glowy eyes part. Puts his battle axe back.
It was wise to put that away.
He's good. Yeah, he's a good guy. We think. We don't know. We haven't met him, but we're gonna let him come with us.
Don't worry, Sylvan, if he lays a hand on you, that's mine.
Right when he says that, I'm gonna use one of my wild shapes to turn into an ape. I'm gonna take up and climb to the top of the watch.
See it?
Crow's nest.
See that?
Yeah.
That's pretty useful.
Interesting. Well,
I wonder if his clothes will be back. Like, I wonder how that works.
you just let me know if he's giving you any trouble.
I will, Thorin. Thank you. Well, let's just get prepared to leave, and we'll be setting sail soon.
All aboard, everyone! Get ready to leave!
Let's prepare the ships. We just have a couple of our crewmates having one last drink at the Serpent Inn.
Perfect. I just paid off our debts. I think we should be good.
Good, that's perfect. And now we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ready to get rid of this memory of this place for a little while.
Let's get some fresh air.
Maybe see this home of yours, Thorin.
Sorry.
Wait, he's not here. He's an ape right
think he's
now.
Oh, he is an ape.
Actually, I can understand you, but I just can't speak to you, correct?
One thing you guys notice as you're getting on the Harkonnen is in a much better shape. Floorboards are all intact, and that the wyvern skull is on the front of your ship, and it looks very nice. And you guys have two cannons. So Things are looking up for the Harkener.
Wow, that's a big ass ship.
I wanna go down into this area here.
Yep.
You know? And then I kinda wanna, is this like the little captain quarters?
Yeah, like it's empty right now.
Yeah. So I kinda wanna just like, as I'm waiting, if there's any like tables and stuff that look dusty, I wanna kinda clean it up a little bit. Maybe sit at the table, and then like behind there, is there like windows out the back? Or is it just solid?
It's solid.
Solid. I want to,
You can upgrade it.
in there, yeah. In there, I want to mount our, I want to mount Rhaegal's jaw in the wing and horn on the back wall.
Okay.
So I'll put that there. I feel around, I feel Brax's head. I have that in my I don't want to do.
I'm giving that up, I think I dropped that.
You managed to get the jaw out, Sylvan, but when you reach in and you think of the horn and the wing, again, you pull out that axe that has formed mysteriously in your bag, and it's now gleaming, and it's red like Rhaegal. It's like this crystallizing matter.
I'm gonna stuff it back in for now until you get it back.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to pull it back out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll put Rhaegal's jaw up there, and then underneath I'll just kind of sketch. I want to sketch like basically just Rhaegal's jaw, and then put like trophy earned, and then like the year or whatnot underneath it. So I'll put that on the wall, and then after I do this, I'll peek outside and get these guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and I'll actually hang Rowan's like original crossbow, and I'll put our little patch with it, and I'll put that on the wall, and I'll put in memory.
Oh, yeah.
What was your last name?
Shadowheart.
Rowan Shadowheart.
Yep. So you guys give a little shrine to Rowan, your fallen friend, and also kind of a relic and a trophy
Shrine.
Rhaegal's jaw
Sweet.
on the back of the inside of the ship of what could be a captain's quarters, what could be anything. What could be a trophy room for you guys?
Could put more
Could be
like
anything.
in there.
It could be you sold it.
It's gone.
Yeah, Sigma one had 6 in there as well.
I was gonna ask you to get healing potions, then. You get 3 of them. Let's go.
Make sure you keep that acid.
But yeah, we'll say Sylvan, everyone is in this room with you.
Hey guys, remember how like we took Rhaegal's jaw, and then like we had that wing or horn, wing / horn. I tried pulling it.
Kinda.
What? I took it.
Yeah, we took some of his body parts,
Well, look
right?
at this. Yeah.
And I want to think of that.
Yep.
And then I want to pull out the axe.
Yep.
Look at this thing.
And so this is what it looks like. This is what it
Yeah, I
looks
remember
like.
that now.
It's
Is it just the blade, right?
No, you see, like this is everything you have. You're holding this right
Holding
now.
this right now.
Like that's literally what you're holding.
So it's just basically messing up a shaft.
Shaft.
What the hell is that?
I'm a little worried that.
And Sigmund, when Sylvan pulls this out of the bag, make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm also gonna use my bonus action, or just in general, to change back to
Oh yeah.
And did my clothes go back on?
Yes,
Yeah,
everything.
okay, so I'm back.
You essentially carry everything with you in your turn.
Okay.
19.
Nice. And you guys, everyone notices this within the room as Sylvan pulls that out, and it's kind of out in the room. You guys see something go around Sigmund's head, almost like the halo that he has, and it starts to burn, and it starts to go brighter. You see it kind of almost like spark a little bit, and it starts to have a little bit of reaction. You seem drawn to this weapon, Sigmund.
Which weapon is this?
The axe blade Sylvan
Oh, the
is
one.
holding. Yep.
When you say drawn, what do you mean by that? Like, do you like drawn like I know it's evil, like I want to destroy it, or drawn like
You seem
it's
to
calling my name?
do an insight.
At 20.
Nice. Yeah. You know that this, whatever this is, it's drawing not only to you, but you are being drawn to it, and you know that this is in some sort of Rhaegal's memory, which is obviously evil, and you know you are good.
Oh, what's corrupt me? What's to turn me to Sylvan, get rid of that thing immediately. It's pure evil.
I'll put it in the bag.
No bag.
I
Throw
drop-
that in the fucking ocean.
I'm not throwing it in the ocean. I'm sorry. I'm putting it in the bag.
Let me see. I don't want to look at it.
I don't want to get rid of it.
Why?
I want to just like inside it or take a look.
Yeah, do a perception.
19.
And as you see this, take this axe blade inside this part right there, that red area. When it kind of catches the glint of light that could possibly be in this room, you see what looks to be fiendish eyes, like staring right back out at you.
Somebody's too.
Devil looking at us. In the blade.
Why do you carry that thing?
I don't know. Just in my bag.
What? You've had that bag since when?
I didn't know I had it.
Are you?
I remember I cut my hand out now, but I forgot it. I cut my hand
Hand
out
on
once. Because I reached in my bag and I thought of this jaw, or the wing, or whatever. And then out came this thing.
You think Brecken would be happy you have that fucking thing?
No. But I also...
And I'm not happy either. Get rid of it.
I'm not throwing it in the ocean. I think we need to destroy it. We can't just throw it in the ocean.
Okay, well, we're gonna do that then.
Well, then we'll
Once
figure it out.
we get to my home, we can use wise people to investigate.
Yeah, I just think if we throw it in the ocean, something's gonna be drawn to it and somehow free this thing. Because it looks like, geez, we pointed out there's eyes here. I think we gotta hold on to this or else something maybe will be reborn. And we don't want to meet him again.
Good
You
point.
know, we did kind of kick his ass.
The thing better not corrupt you.
It's not gonna cry me. It's
If it
gonna
does,
say,
I will smite you down. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of you either.
make me be careful
Violence is not needed.
No, this isn't violence.
Because I got
This is
fight.
good versus evil.
I'm
How do you
good.
know
I'm
what
good.
is good and evil? in
Let's
the
just
grand
say-
scheme of things.
Let's just say that thing is the reason why your brother's dead.
I'll have to see with my own 2 eyes.
I do think destroying it would make more sense. The only thing I'm worried about is that there's a possibility if we destroy it improperly that what we're trying to avoid could actually happen.
Yeah, but I'm just not gonna throw it in the ocean. I'd rather we hold on to it than just leave it up to like just throwing it in. You know, like
Good idea. But if we see it corrupt you,
We smite him down.
we smite
yeah,
you down.
smite me down. I thought we were a party. You're supposed to help me.
In his sleep.
If they're on the
hasn't done
same
that.
side.
If it hasn't done that yet, I don't fear that it's going to. I think that this is just a piece.
If that thing talks to you or anything, you better tell us right away. If I find out you're lying to me, I will not be happy, Sylvan.
You'll get over it.
You'll
What if I get good information from it? I mean, that's
No.
why you guys.
There's no good from that.
The only thing I would caution you, Sylvan, is
I
the
gotta
last
talk to
time
it.
that we tried talking to a demon,
Yeah,
you couldn't say his name without having your skull burned.
Oh,
Sure.
you're right. You do seem like to be the weakest one for him to target. No wonder why it's in your bag.
It's in my bag because I was carrying the stuff. God. No, we're keeping this axe blade.
Sorry. I just can't control myself. Take a couple shots at Sylvan every once in a while.
Yeah, it's everywhere I go.
We will find a place to destroy this
We can just-
properly, and then we can make sure that it's never used again.
Okay, also, I wanted to talk to you guys as we're all here. So you know how I keep thinking that there's more pawns on another island? I found it in my book finally.
Yeah.
So remember when we were talking to Mortimer? The guy, the
Yes.
corrupt temple dude? So he told us that Wriggle's just a pawn for the queen,
Yes.
and that there is a pawn for each island. We must stop them all. Must not go to the Underdark. Wriggle wants to summon Underdark to the surface, so I think there has to be a pawn on each of these islands.
I agree.
Because I knew I heard it, but nobody else remembered. And it's in my notes.
No, I agree. I've been in agreement with you.
And speaking of your notes, I did look into the Elvish sword that I do have, and didn't get much information, but there was a Elvish, I guess, historian named Ilvarth. I can't fucking say the name.
Ilvarthael.
Ilvarthael. I just need to sound it out. Ilvarthael Everstone.
Right, so
She seemed like to be the one who writes many books about history, even the
So
realm.
wait, the initials would be IE, right?
Yes.
Let me see here.
And I want to pull out. I want to put my 2 books, the one that's written all the gods of the moon, and the 3 magic-based books that I have written by her.
I mean, it's probably written by her.
Yes. She, I believe, was historian at the Candlekeep. With that, she may be key to finding information about more of these relics.
Okay.
Can I do a history check to see if I know anything extra on this person?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a history check.
I do remember. I think somebody told me
23.
because I was gonna sell them or something. They were expensive,
Yes.
but then I was told that they might be used as a key of some sort. I found that looking through here
To enter. Yes.
to enter something.
That's what Luna told me. Is that you need to have
Yeah, I
something
mean that's what I
unique.
was talking to.
So yes, that may be good that we have passage or key to get in.
So we'll keep these books safe.
But I think we need to keep that in mind if we need something to go look into.
Just
The
that
Good
person.
Charles King's name. I believe that's where it is.
Okay. Should I put that in our quest log?
Yes,
So we
I
remember.
think that's a good idea.
Is there else room for you?
With your history check, in your society, you have your higher ups, and you have history within your people.
What does Kim keep? Is it a book?
Very rarely do you have
Is it
like libraries, or very rarely do you have something like this. But you know that there are collections of things that have made it into your company or into town or Leafolk. You know that there has been things that have been taken from places like the settlers that have came into Tiber Cove. You remember a book once, maybe your father had mentioned that that when they say Everstone, you were given a different name. You were only really given a last name. And it is a sort of play on words for Everstone now. So you are familiar with someone of a like, and maybe it was because translating her name into Druidic was just different. But you would understand that maybe, yeah, this Everstone is what you were told in, growing up or something like that. But other than that, you don't really know much of her, other than that you have one, I don't know, like one collection of tablets that she had given or written for maybe Tolum.
Okay.
Or not Tolum, but elders before.
What is Candlekeep?
I believe Candlekeep is kind of like a giant library, but it's more of a castle.
So that's in Kingsman.
I think so. And I believe you need special passage to enter, and
Maybe that Tom
it's
could
where
be.
the world's most famous and most knowledgeable historians reside. I believe.
Well, I just made a note in our quest log. Whenever we get there, we'll see it.
When he pulls out the books too, you notice on the bindings there is that symbol of the candle with the eye on it.
Oh, yep.
So you notice right at the top. And it
Same one on the
seems-
book that I
yeah,
said library.
It seems like a bit of a marker that she puts on for her god. And when she kind of pulls it out and starts like kind of opening the pages, you know, just from the small little bit that you read to Luna, is 2 sentences, that even like the literature, the writing and the style that it's in, most of the books, or in all the books that he pulls out, you can tell this is the same exact style of writing that she has.
Yes, this appears to be the same author, historian. The writing and everything matches exactly to what I was reading.
Well, let's hope this can point us in the direction of this relic, because we might not be able to use that relic until we get the last piece.
Yes, or even if we find this one, other relics that we may be looking for.
True.
Can I do a history check on Kingsman to see if I know where the Candlekeep's at?
Yes.
No. Yeah, don't worry about it.
You get a one.
Oh, no, I got 3, but I have 0 in history, so.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, you have no clue.
Yeah.
In fact, in your time, most of your time in like your upbringing hasn't really ever been anywhere outside of the actual citadel in King's Maine. Like you never even went outside of the city, and if you did, it was straight to the port and straight off the end. So you have actually no idea of the going-ons even outside of the actual capital.
Okay.
I think we better be going. But I do want to note, when we get to Perry Brooks, I think that even though we're there to try to stop the slave trade, and or not stop it, but look into it and figure out what it is and what it's about, I think this pawn needs to be of high priority.
I was just
Figuring
about
out-
to say that, is that if we go to Perry Brooks, one thing I think we should be mindful of is understanding the real reason that we're there. Not saying that that stopping the slave trade, if we have reasonable information and understand a lot, and we have leads to go on, that we don't investigate it, but at the same time, if we also need to be mindful of taking care of that there too. Because unfortunately, you look at the less, if you're going to pick your poison, the one is going to kill and torture lots of people, but the other one will that and then some.
Yeah. I just think, because, I mean, when we talked to Rhaegal, he was somewhat afraid of us, and who knows why. I mean, if we have a connection to some greater, I don't know, whatever it may be, it may draw to us or ask around.
I agree. The more attention that we bring to ourselves for the good that we do, it's going to be a double-sided sword or double-edged sword. We're going to have people that know us, and they're going to maybe help our cause without as much convincing. And that's also going to draw a lot of not good things our way to try to get rid of us.
Hey, speaking of that, Sylvan, I think you should maybe write some sort of poem or song to tell people about our fortunes and what we've done so far.
I already did.
You have?
Yeah, my poem.
Yes. It might be good to share that
I
or
think I
something
have
like
one
that
about
with the
Rhaegal,
people
too.
of Perry Brooks.
Yeah. I think I have it about Rhaegal. Our first journey, us meeting each other, a couple
I
songs of my own,
also love music.
first impressions of when I met you.
Perfect.
I don't have you in there, Torrin, but I have a couple other ones. I have Hush Little Dracus, Echoes of Valor.
Hush Little Dracus is my favorite.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
good.
I could play the music with you.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, you would.
I'm very good in my hometown.
That's when we were trying to get Tiger pumped up.
Well, anyway, should we be setting sail?
Yeah,
think
I'm
we
just
should.
going. Oh, I have
I'll go.
Pissing Guard too, one of my personal favorites. Thank you very much.
Everybody on board! I'll start like
Yep, and then I'll get up to the wheel there. Yeah, to the wheel.
And so you guys see everyone kind of take their post, and Torrin, you're kind of confused as all of this is going on. You haven't ever taken a boat before. This is something of foreign experience to you. People kind of going around hustling about, pulling up stuff, releasing sails, getting the cannons positioned correctly to stay on board if they were to be harsher seas and stuff like that. People moving and shuffling barrels and crates across the deck. So this is all kind of unraveling in front of you in a very orchestrated movement, and you're just kind of in a state of what the hell is going on type deal.
Is the boat moving?
Boat's not moving yet.
Okay. Sounds good.
And so make a perception check.
Damn it.
6.
Yeah, with all the chaos happening, you don't seem to notice anything.
And everyone's on the ship, right?
Yep. All
We don't
set.
notice anyone not on the ship.
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk through. I'm gonna look at Sylvan.
Yeah.
Captain,
Yeah,
do we need anything?
I think so. I was going to prepare the sails, or do you mean just for our travels?
Anything. If we're ready to go. Let's go.
I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let's pull anchors, if they're even dropped, or cut ties, and let's be off.
You heard the man. Let's go.
Yep, and so with that, the swift order of Captain Sylvan, the anchors start getting risen, and you see the Harker much better condition. So when you can even tell that backing out of the board, people are kind of pushing you out, getting you out to sea. It's much more smooth, like a smooth ride. It's not as rockety and shaky. It's pretty even amongst the sides and the rocking of the ship. And before you know it, you're kind of out far enough away.
So do we have a bell or anything on that?
Not yet.
Damn it! I want to like ring a bell and wave. If there's anybody there, I'll wave at people.
Yep.
I love the music selection.
I will say,
Yeah.
you do have somebody, or at least someone's belongings, who did pick up a horn recently.
It's a magic conch shell.
Yes.
Here, I'll get the
Make a
performance.
performance.
Switch with Rowan's last name.
That's 20!
Oh!
And previously, when your late friend Rowan had tried to use this shell of sorts, this horn shell, it was a. And you do what he was meaning to do. And it makes a nice sound. And as you are leaving port, you actually see one druid off the back of the hangman's flag start lighting his staff, and he starts tapping it on the poop deck, and you see sparks going.
See poop. You see poop.
Poop deck.
You see poop fly to the poop deck.
You need a word.
Hey, is there? I was gonna ask. Since Sylvan's short, is there like a little box for him?
Yeah, I can do a
into the
box.
cabin?
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah.
I think I have a box.
Yeah.
They actually retrofitted like a little platform.
Nice. That's what I was gonna want to ask you.
And I step up there and I go.
It's like a
Captain, since you're still pretty nomad, I recommend staying kind of close to the shore. We don't want to get too deep into these waters, and you not be prepared.
I am prepared for anything.
I'm gonna go stand next to Sylvan as first mate next to him. I'm gonna be completely even head level with him when he's on the fucking platform, and just stand there with my arms crossed.
Yeah, but so in the visuals right now, it's just Sylvan gripping the wheel, and it kind of pans, and you see Doris at the same level as him. A step below him.
I want to walk up to someone too and whisper guidance in his ear.
Do you have that?
I didn't even pick it this time. It naturally comes to my guy.
We started a fucking campaign of all this
Then I'll,
game. Quiz guy uses guidance. I'm like, that's the Healy special.
Really? Good.
Always get you to cheese it, literally everything.
Oh,
Looks like we're gonna do this. I will then.
I'll drop the masses. Let's get her ripping. Let's make our way to Oak Park.
Yes.
Oh.
With that, we'll say sails are lifted. You guys make your way out to sea. We have obviously Bradley and Brecken doing their own jobs. We'll say they just carry them out. With that, let's go ahead and make a first round of. Actually, you know what I'm gonna have you do?
I'm gonna go up to the tower too. Watch tower after my guidance. Dagger perception.
For the first leg of travel, let's make the captain roll a d20.
Oh my lord!
Bad.
Do you want to tell you my plus or just
No, it's just a d20.
19?
Why can't I add anything?
I got. Okay.
That's many
That
enemies.
would've been
That's one of the many enemies we find on the way.
Literally about 33.
Over the highest. Yeah, that was a nice one.
With that, you all are starting to depart, and you start. Let's say it's about like 3 hours into your travel. You're slowly seeing the island of Oldstead, or sorry, of Skolagar, kind of dissipating behind you, and you come across a point where you see these small little pieces within the water start to like shift and rotate. and then they start forming. They don't get very big, but you have to kind of navigate your way around. So now I'm gonna have you roll a d20. Good. And then it should be. Do we have like a specific
I've been doing performance.
performance? Okay, so then add your performance.
So I got 30.
A 30. Holy crap! And not actually taking note from Sigmund, who said stay close to shore, because all along the shore they're starting to form, and so you kind of dip your way out a little bit.
I kind of just pop flowing.
Yeah, and you sort of like kind of go and kind of dip and dive through these little whirlpools, and you manage to come out with no problems.
Boys, I think we're gonna have safe travel as long as I'm manning this wheel.
I hope so, Captain.
This boat is awesome.
It's moving a lot better now.
You
better than
buses,
those, Captain.
What are we doing?
Mr. Torin.
Aren't
no,
we doing like
I usually fly, but
So-
Captain here looks
like
great.
do we? Because I know we mentioned this, but like, so I have ship proficiency. So like, can I earn more plus?
Yeah,
Is that or are we?
I might have to change that because
Because they're not.
like you don't like you probably shouldn't be rolling a 30 to man ship
Yeah.
because like that's probably just not very accurate.
Half is
Because performance is just dancing and entertain.
Yeah.
Because
So
I have
what
ship
we could do is just add a whole new set of skills.
Because that's what I thought we were doing. Because that's why I had this captain's wheel. I have 201 XP, but we haven't been adding to it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, which
just because like
haven't been.
Because you haven't been driving.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did drive.
that's
I
the
did
first
drive.
time,
You had to drive all the way
Do you have a
down.
number attached to that score, or is it just XP?
No, because we started at 0 and you said like you're.
I'm pretty sure
we
we
said-
said. I'm pretty sure we said like everyone's base starts out at like a -5. I thought that was something that we all.
Yeah, something like that. It was
Sure,
either
try.
minus.
So what
Well, we
would
did
you
all
roll?
start the same thing for like
No,
our
we were
roll.
all for all of our rolls. We were all whatever we all started. It was all even.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So just like
So
17.
it should be 12.
Yeah.
It's -5.
I think I let me check.
Because I don't have anything on mine. I thought we were at even.
Because I
And then we
wrote
can
I wrote
earn
powder
pluses.
monkey somewhere. So
Yeah,
that's
you
what's
can.
available.
But I'm saying like
So like we'd actually be at -5. We have to go -4, -3, -2, -1, -0.
yeah, because like none of you, if like you were searching all Skunkbeard, we might be able to. We would probably give him a little something just because he was on a ship. You know, his background
Yeah.
was naval.
Yeah, right.
But like you guys were all nothing about any one of your backgrounds were ship related at all.
When did we get the ship?
You got it.
Because I sailed that first ship. That's the only time I ever had XP. Was
That's the
when I
very
drove
first.
when I
Yeah.
drove the Hangman's Plague for that little amount of time.
I don't have a. I didn't add them.
And then
on.
I've
I
used
had
this
the roll
ship.
for
I've
it,
sailed it down, back and
but I didn't
forth.
add
I
them on.
sailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we did it, but I don't remember it. Honestly.
Me and Mitch will get on that. We'll
Yeah.
get more of like a structured thing for that. But for now, let's just do base rolls for this like adventure.
Like no,
and
yeah,
then
no
we can,
modifiers.
Go from there.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. So we say it was a 17. It still would have been good enough. It just wasn't as professional as I explained. So
Is that your Tokyo Drift and some whirlpools?
Yeah.
So instead, we'll say through these whirlpools, you get close to one through the middle of this little journey, and you actually, it kind of pulls you in, but it actually helps you get around the next one because the next one's bigger. So it kind of like pulls you out to the outside, away from the shore, and this bigger one is like trying to pull you back in and anchor you to the shore, which would have been difficult with a lesser crew. But you narrowly escape it, and you kind of keep pushing on and kind of do the same thing. Sometimes you kind of get pulled into one, but it's not strong enough of a whirlpool with your ship size, and you make it through. Okay.
Can I be doing something outside of controlling the ship?
Mm-hmm. What would you like to do?
I'll go to like the captain's quarters or somewhere that's quiet. And I'm going to try. I'm going to take the blade that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to like meditate with it. And like try to attune, but I also want to try to connect with the god Thought while I'm doing that. And basically, I want to Oh, my lord, of secrets, knowledge, and magic. Please share any knowledge you have of this blade. Anything you can share will be helpful in my journeys ahead.
And with that, let's make a religion check as always.
Bad. 6.
6. With this, as you kind of take the moment to sort of say your incantations and say your religious prayers towards Thoth. You kind of sit in the space, and whatever light that shines through kind of feels like shade kind of comes upon, whether that be just because of the sun's directness. And as you kind of sit with this, and you start to try to attune to the blade, and even immediately when you start to attune, it's as if like even your attunement is broken. It's like there's just no path, there's no sight, there's no imbuing of magic into you to be able to attune to. The blade in itself is magical, you've seen it's magical, but something within this sort of trying to pull whatever you can just seems to be lost, and it seems like whatever direction you can to try to maybe put yourself into it just doesn't work.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll try to do that for the next couple hours and be good.
Yeah, and you sometimes are right in that cusp of like maybe trying to crack the code, and you feel the shift and you kind of break concentration, and you like almost get to that hour of attunement, and you just can't get there, and then sometimes you do, and it just stops you.
Can't use guidance, man.
I don't think I'm gonna win that one.
No inspiration left in it. Okay. With that we'll say is the first 5 hours of your journey. It's going to take about a day to get there. Let's go ahead and Torin, let's have you make a perception check.
Nice. We got the best
24.
crow's nest of the game.
Okay. With this and knowing the island more than anybody in your crew, you start to pick out points along the coast where you know are a little bit more shallow and not quite as deep and a little bit more dangerous for a ship, like a legit ship, to travel through. So you kind of bark orders down as best as you can, and information gets relayed back to the captain, and you help him navigate a little bit along the way. So you don't lose time on this, which is great. We'll say that goes for another 3 hours. So you're at about the 8-hour mark on the day. I would be captain. All right, and then with that, we'll say you are out of trying attunement, so we'll come back to you in a little bit. Doris, is there anything you want to do to contribute?
I'm just gonna kind of do whatever I guess Sylvan would like me to do as first mate. I guess like whatever I see needs tending to, whether it's not like crewmates can help with stuff. We're still moving boxes on the ship to like organize stuff. If I guess like that's what I should do. Efficiency purposes, like move things around to be more efficient. So that when we dock, when we undock, if we
We'll
anchor.
say at this point, what your ship had been affixed with, that was taken care of before you even left port.
Okay.
So there's no shifting of things that really needs to be had. So I'm more of asking, is there anything along the actual journey that will help the journey to go smoother and more faster?
Oh. I can't think of anything. One thing I do want to take note of, space-wise, on the ship. Would I have enough room on ship for a specific friend of mine that would be conducive for his size?
At the front of the ship, in front of the cannons, is the most open space that you have.
Okay. And like, do I think just based off my like how big I roughly know how he is and like what I'm seeing, do I think he would be able to fit? Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna call him out. I just want to like take note of that, just so that way in the future I know that like. I'm not gonna call him out of the fucking ring. He's on the ship and he's fucking like hanging off the edge because he's so fucking big.
Okay. Then Sigmund, is there anything you would like to do on the ship?
No, I'm good.
Good. Okay. You know what we're doing then with Brecken? We are gonna roll.
What hammer does he get?
I'm gonna say con save.
Con save. You know what? Oh, okay.
More Brecken.
Blasted.
With that, you all notice that Brecken is definitely dipping into some of the wine that he may have, we'll say, grabbed from the inn before you guys left. Gifted to him graciously upon rolling. And you see that, even upon that, he is doing his job. He is helping the crew sail the ship a little bit longer, and you go the next 3 hours without a hitch.
He's cool.
I have all of it written down.
Then actually,
First mate, lookout, captain. Bradley is bosun. Powder monkey is sigmund. A quartermaster.
What's Bosun?
Bosun is like the I think it has something to do with the like cannons and stuff. Am I right?
the powder monkey is what's.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. The bosun.
The bosun is sort
With
of
the mask.
like no. So the
Cleans the poop.
no. So the bosun is more of your like. You know like the chain of command if you ever watch like Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like the captain goes, release the sails, and then the next person goes, release the sails, and then the bosun's like the one who's like making sure like the people are doing it right. Like he's like he's the head of the head, or he's
So 1,
the head
2,
of the
3.
crew that goes to report to the first mate, to report to the quartermaster. Yeah, or goes to the quartermaster to the first mate to the captain.
So district or CEO, district manager, and supervisor.
Yes, sure. Yeah. So with that though, you guys make the next 3 hours without a hitch, so you are about on the 11th hour of the day. And then as you're sort of cresting into the later hours of the afternoon, the winds start to pick up a little bit, and the waves start to pick up. And then Zodia comes from above deck. He was actually below deck, making sure anchors were still tied, everything like that. And he kind of comes out and he kind of looks around. I think we might need to be making haste a little quicker here. I'll help us on that one. And he takes out he mutters some words, takes out his trident.
You're just trident.
And, well, I rolled a nat 20, so he points his trident forward, and then you feel this big gust of wind from behind the sails, and he casts gust of wind with his staff, and he points it forward, and then you guys just lurch forward.
Yeah.
He's our nitrous.
We're like the sparrow right now.
And you guys make a couple hours, so you guys actually make 5. Or no, we'll double it. You make 6 hours on your normal 3 leg hours.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you're at about 17 hours of the 24.
Next person dies is just done. We're just adding Zodia to the group.
No, he's gonna.
Torin. I'm going to shout out to Torin. With your knowledge of the islands and where we are at geographically, how far or how long do you think this travel is going to be via this boat?
I'm gonna cover an item like this, start looking around. Do I should I roll for that, or what do you guys think?
Sure. Just make a survival check.
He's a mix of everything.
17.
17. Yeah, with that, at this point, you're about 7 hours out.
We'll be there in 7 clock's nests.
I think I understand. Thank you, Torin. Thank you, Torin.
Can I use, so I don't know if this would work in this situation, because we don't know what his ability is. I'm just trying to make sure our captain doesn't mess it up here. Well, just because it's a long gas thing, by using enhanced ability on him. So it's like Owl's Wisdom, Evangel Wisdom checks, Fox's Cunning, Intelligence checks, Eagles, Charisma. Can I use something like that on this, or not, because we're not sure what he's actually using?
Actually, want to have that spell for a while.
Well,
I'd say it's like its own set, like a set of ability skills. I'd say if you wanted to use that and say, like, I want to use this ability to help Sylvan and like steer the ship, you could, but it won't help any of his other like base attributes. It's just like
It's a ship
you
specifically.
gotta like steer the ship.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Okay, what's
Oh,
it
so
say?
he just
specifically?
gets.
How do I have it?
It is for actually. I mean, I'm gonna just retrieve the whole thing. It's only an hour,
Oh,
so it's more like if somebody's about to do something.
I mean, I guess, but if he rolls well enough, you could technically within an hour make double ground.
Oh, sure, let's do that then.
We've been just doing 3 hours since I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do that
you
then.
can say for the next hour you're trying to help us make time.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. So I'll use. So you just get advantage on, because it's its own thing. We'll just say whatever roll you
So
have
it's
for
base
the.
roll at the moment, so I just roll for the highest.
9.
9.
Yeah.
And with that, it seems as if after Zodia's help,
God, we shouldn't have done anything. I would have gone slower.
with Zodia's help, actually taking the winds from around you and kind of redirecting them to help you go forward. Once that sort of stops and settles, you notice that all the wind then catches your front sails, and with his help, you tried to navigate. You tried to like essentially redirect or reroute. You actually overcorrect, and you actually are at a stalemate. You haven't actually gained any ground.
Jeez. Okay.
Fucked us.
Once I see him
I
struggling,
know what I did.
I guy's getting pissed off. He's gonna go down. He's gonna go down below and tell Brecken to get up top and do some perception.
Okay, then with that, we'll say we'll give Brecken another roll here, and we'll say Bradley's going to help out. Okay, with that, for the next, we'll say the next 2 hours, Brecken again, and with Bradley's help, lighting the way or helping with whatever magical needs he has. As it is getting darker and darker, he kind of points some things out. You guys make your 2 hours again.
So is it like almost time to sleep? Just, is it nighttime?
It's nighttime now, yes.
When I go down there, I am going to start. And this, I'm not actually mad at him. I just went down there and go down, but I'm gonna. I mean, I can pretend to be mad, but I'm gonna start cooking up some good berries. So I'm gonna create.
Some good shit.
I'm gonna create 3 spells
He has
worth.
so many spells.
So I'm gonna cook up 30 good berries,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna put them in some sort of. I'll look around, I guess, try to find like a pot or something to put them in.
Make an investigation.
We're gonna feed the whole crew every day with some goddamn good berries.
That's true.
I think it nourishes you for 24 hours.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17.
Good day
Yeah,
for you.
you throughout the crates, you find that the crew members have, with whatever means that they were drinking out of, they had actually bought some like extra tankards and stuff like that. So you find a crate where a lot of them, like new unused tankards are, and you kind of start filling tankards with good berries.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. Yeah. So I got 30 of them in there. Just use 3 spell slots on it, so hopefully nothing happens. But
You'll say you fill 3 tankards full of good berries. Each have 10 in them.
Okay. Otherwise, that's. Now I'll just go back up and because I have some. Since I'm an astral life, whatever, I have some dark vision. I'll go back up and assist in the directions.
Scouting stuff.
What?
Here we go.
No, astral.
When you said it was like a whole day's travel,
Mm-hmm.
did you mean like 24 hours or
24
like?
hours.
Okay.
When you were at 19 of the 24. So you guys have been going for a while. You guys are starting to get a little bit tired.
Yeah, I believe we might have to slow down a little bit, maybe
Is that anchors?
go to sleep. I don't want to get exhausted.
Not me either.
You cannot be exhausted, or we will be screwed.
I'll just pull us a little closer to shore.
Yeah, we get an anchor.
Get the anchors ready, everybody. We're gonna slow her down.
let's go get the anchors down then. I'll run on help.
Okay. Let's all make performance checks.
For anchors?
We'll say you're okay.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Get a nat 20.
What?
Keep you caught.
That's a
That shit
16.
in the game.
11.
11. Okay. And then with Brecken's help again, you do well enough, especially with Sylvan sort of barking orders and telling everybody to drop anchor. Sigmund, you go and start dropping your extra little boat off the side, and then Darce goes, wrong rope, and you gotta have to pull it up, and Brecken helps with that, and then the rest of the crew drops anchor. You guys are now set.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Before we
Get some shut.
before we sleep,
I gotta get poop too.
does anybody have an extra item we're not using? Just anything random?
For what?
I just, if no one is using it, I can become proficient with it if I meditate.
What do you mean extra item?
Like,
Like a sword?
yeah.
I mean, I have a longsword you could use.
Is it two-handed?
No.
I'll take that.
Okay. So I can't do my longsword.
I don't have anything.
Okay, so then once it's time for me to go to bed, I'm gonna go to an astral trance, so I don't need sleep. I can finish a long rest in 4 hours, and it's gonna be meditation. And then I can magically acquire proficiencies to a skill of my choice and a weapon or tool. So,
Is that just like for like 24 hours or?
yeah, 24 hours. And the next time I can do it again. So I'll just become proficient with that sword, and maybe with my survival, I will also for the next day.
So you did pick skill and a weapon?
Yep.
It's not and or.
No, it's and.
Okay. Awesome. So you become proficient with survival for the next 24
And
hours.
I'm just gonna trance with this sword. My eyes wide open. Staring at it.
You go like catatonic.
Shit, we should have gave you a freaking crossbow. We could use
I
that.
just thought that actually. I forgot I had.
Do you have dex? What's your dex?
That's only +2.
But
But better than my strength. Well, actually, is that longsword strength?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's like
No, long sword.
So
Versatile.
it's like a martial.
Okay.
Long sword strength.
Yeah,
Is it?
longsword
Yeah.
should be strength.
The only one that
Oh,
has to be
sabers. That was the martial one.
That's
that
fine.
I had sabers.
Alright, so
Rapier,
my sword-
short
sword
sword.
is my.
If you have a longsword that you're now proficient with.
Yes.
It's mine strength.
So
Plus
when
zero,
you,
plus
so when
zero.
you see Thorin come up, get some rest, my captain. I can stand post, make sure nothing wrong goes happen in the night.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna head down to the little captain's quarters thing.
Aye.
And then I'll be back up here once I'm about 6 hours.
All right.
I'm gonna start an alarm.
And then I'll head downstairs.
I can wake you as well.
If you wanna wake me up, that'll be fine. That'll be good.
Perfect. He draws his battle axe. He starts
You
patrolling.
just stand watch, make sure we have people watching around, and 6 hours we'll finish our trek.
Lord, you really do love that battle axe. I'm glad to give it to you.
I do, Sylvan, or Sigmund. Thank you very much.
I'm curious to see you use it for once.
I was going to say I yearn for it in battle, Sigmund.
Well, maybe we can get some sparring down here on the ship when we have another long day's travel. I can show you what it means to fight.
Challenge accepted.
I'll take it easy on you.
Us dwarves are hardy. I won't underestimate us.
We need to take shifts.
That'll make so let's just have our crew do it.
It says I remain conscious, so if something happens, can I like react and it leave my trace? Do you think? Or do you...
Yeah, in a
Okay.
sense. Yeah,
Okay.
it's still like a perception check. It's kind of like still like Warforged technically are in that same thing.
Oh, fuck.
Like they're essentially like eccentric. So it's like it's different for yours. You're a little bit more like obviously at peace. They're like there,
Mhm.
but they're like shut down in a sense. But they can technically still perceive things, but they just can't react unless they wake themselves up.
Okay.
So like for you, it's the same thing.
So if shit goes down, I can wake myself up, get rid of my proficiencies, and then react to it.
Yeah.
Okay. If I see.
Yeah. So like, and that's only really technically within the 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you would technically have to re-trans to get proficiencies.
Okay.
Okay. I say we go
I'm
get
again
some
in
sleep.
top back, just my sword, looking out.
But yeah, we'll say night passes. Nothing major, critical happens throughout the night, and light shines through the captain's quarters, and Thorin comes in. Wake up, crew! The morning upon us. To Oakbark we sail.
And I just shoot up.
Hoorah!
It's time to go! Raise, drop the sails, pull the anchors, we set sail for Oak Bark!
And I go take my spot.
Thorin, you should grab some rest as well. Now that we have everybody up, we can't have people being exhausted on this ship.
I am a little sleepy. Think rest will be desired. It'll be nice. Puts his battle axe away. Swarms into the captain's quarters.
Your arms must be pretty tired after that.
Yeah, he loves that great axle and shit. He turns that fucker around when he's on the ship.
And as you guys kind of come above board too, you see like the other 2 Tide members that were supposed to be taking watch with him. The one guy's in the crow's nest, and you see him just like slumped over, just like asleep, just like already passed out. And then another member is just kind of like walking around. And you can see in his eyes like twitching. He's just like barely holding on. He's like,
Get some rest, soldier.
I'm gonna walk by him and smack him on the shoulder and be like, "Go to bed."
I'm gonna go pass out 5 good berries to each guy as well. So everybody has 5 good berries in their
Oh, nice.
possession.
How long are those good for?
1 day.
One day.
So they're no longer.
Gotcha.
Which is even
If you have leftover spells, Tord, you could feed this to a crew. I believe then we could keep our rations.
Thanks, Doug. What are you saying?
I can give the good berries 1 to each member of our crew.
You don't want any.
No, I will take 1.
It will help us save rations for feeding the crew because the good berry will do the same as what a ration will.
I guess I can take some from Bradley and Brecken.
Good. I'll take 1. You can have 4 of mine.
No, I can keep all 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 3.
Well, yes, whatever you think makes sense.
So we have 5 good berries put away for the crew.
How many crew members do we have?
you have 9.
9.
Oh, so let's just give them each 1.
So take 4 of mine. I'll take 1 good berry. I have a lot of healing potions. I won't need them.
Oh, that works. You get 1. I'll put 9 in a little bowl and
Come each.
put a note for crew.
yeah. Please take 1.
Yeah.
I'll eat my good berry.
But like
Yeah,
little gold. We can just like start charging for him too. Little gold.
It's just 1 HP per
1
berry.
copper, please.
Dominic comes by and he's just got like
I think it's like 1 to 4.
It's 1.
You know, it is 1, but he was doing more before.
Before I was, but now I don't have that. So, but it's 1.
Plus the
Yeah.
spell level. Just 1.
Yeah, just 1.
So 1.
I'll eat my
Just
good
one
berry.
for that, at least.
Dominic would be the kid that comes by with a sack and goes, "Please take 1." Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna take all of that.
I want to eat my good berry, but I want to have like berry juice all over my face. That was a damn good berry.
That'd be impressive to do. It's like a small
Yeah,
berry. You just,
I know.
like, it's like,
You like,
pop
you
it
guys
and
see
it's
Sigmund just like. I was gonna say he just puts it on his lid. Splat.
No, he just grits his teeth and goes. Just smashes it.
And we'll say you guys travel for, roughly about 5 more hours, and you all get to this big cliff, and up on top of the cliff, even probably about an hour out before you get to this actual spot, you see a massive tree on top of what you know to be Oldstead. This tree is bigger than any building on Oldstead that you've ever seen, bigger than the High Castle, probably 10 times bigger than the High Castle. It's a massive, massive tree. But again, it resides on a cliff, so you guys are down in the ocean, and where this tree resides, it's up on top of the cliff. So like there's a cliffside ocean where you guys are at right now. Here's the top of the continent, if you will.
Tord, is that your home?
I want to look up. Is it my home?
Oh yeah.
We are home.
And how do we get up that cliff there? Do we just keep going around? God, it's silent. The ocean must have lost a lot of water.
What do I remember about that?
There's cliffs.
How we get up there? Do I remember anything?
Make a history check.
Okay. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, so actually I won't.
Where's Vernon's flying disc when you need him?
It's a
I
7.
think that's
You know your people. You can shapeshift to get wherever you want
We
pretty
fly up
easily.
there.
Well,
We
I
have.
have my magic carpet. I can fit an extra person on here.
True.
I could go early, warn about dragon.
And I have
We think-
Boreas, and I can take you.
I also
Can you carry someone if you fly?
let me rethink on my current shifting. Looks like I can be.
How about you?
Can you fly?
Yeah, the only thing I am right now is a giant vulture.
Can be giant
But I'm assuming an owl.
Yeah,
owl.
or
If
an
you're
owl,
if you're
but-
large, then someone can go on you.
Okay, yeah, vulture's large, but I'm getting. Is my owl large? Where they are?
Yes.
You say? So yeah. So if
Then
I'm
you
large,
can
then I
person,
could.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think as a mount you have to
Like
be
it,
one bigger.
it gives you the option giant vulture, but you can choose
Oh, so
whatever.
mine's probably an owl then.
Yeah, and it can be a bigger giant version of it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll be a giant owl.
So I'll take Bradley and me will go on the carpet,
So
and
then
then
I'll go on Boreas.
those two will go on.
Shall we anchor?
Did we even move yet?
No, or like what do you say?
Or did we sail? Or
You're
did
still
we just
about
wake
an hour
up?
to that.
Oh, an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys sail.
So we're sailing.
You're still
keep
sailing.
going.
You're not quite underneath the tree where you think you might. I
right.
don't know if that's where you want to.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking we were there.
You're
Let's get to a
close.
good
You're
anchor.
about an hour. To
Yeah,
that.
like you
Okay.
see this tree like way off in
Yeah.
the distance.
Let's get to an anchor point, and then we can get.
Let me go first and warn.
You
about
go.
Dragon.
You go first, and I will wait. One of the friends that we have, we need to get you something like this, but we have earrings to communicate with each other. When it's okay for us to come up, tell him to let me know.
Oh, I actually have it right here for you.
You trust me already.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
this is how we communicate.
And yeah, and so you
I can't
take
remember what
the-
color yours is.
Testing.
Black.
Testing.
I think his is black.
I'm pretty sure it's
I think
black.
we
It
went
was
with
black.
one, yeah.
But yeah, so you like take the piece of the earring and you like pinch it into your ear and it like starts bleeding a tiny bit,
Ooh.
Hello? Can you hear me?
and then you hear
You just have to put your. You just have to put your.
Are you there? I want to be screaming into it.
and you all hear
Yeah.
"Oh, you."
Yes.
Turn the volume down. I use
It's
my
like you hear
audio.
it.
I use my audio mixer and I turn down Torin.
Cool. Can Dragon hear us?
No, but Dragon will listen to me without any second thought.
Sounds good.
When I get up there, I will put Dragon away. Dragon is at this point strictly means for communication or transportation.
Cool.
Well,
Oh,
let's find a good spot, Captain.
We'll go. I'm gonna go about another hour and then we'll
Yeah,
set. We'll
yeah.
drop
You
anchor.
guys get like
About?
right underneath.
About a half hour out, I want to pull Dorias out in the front of the ship, and then I'm gonna just have him eat because it's been a minute since he's done that.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna have him eat.
Yeah.
The
So
meat
he's
that I
just-
gotten.
He's just munching.
Whatnot.
Who's
That
riding
meat's
me?
gotta get spoiled
Say
here.
if you
dude.
can, make sure you want to keep a track.
I don't know,
of that,
it
so
might
that
actually-
you
Yeah.
take the rations away and stuff.
Brecken.
Keep hands to yourself, Dragon. I'm still me.
We could also say that they might stay on the ship for now.
Oh, they're not coming with us?
We'll just say that they stay on the ship for right now.
Oh. Well, then,
Shall I go
do
along?
it. Fly the copper with me.
Alright.
And then you can just ride him. We don't have to bring Dorias.
Sounds good.
So we'll wait. Me and him will wait till we get to. Or are you waiting? Or what?
I will go up with Dars. You two wait for encouragement.
So
Can we at
we'll
least
go.
fly up there? We'll just stay back.
They may still hate you. Want to warn them.
Well, then don't bring him with you either.
They shall know. They'll know. Dars can come.
Okay.
They really didn't like
You know
guys.
your people better than I do.
The guy with the
Okay.
Okay, we'll anchor and then we'll wait
Yeah.
for. Well, me and him will wait for.
easy enough. You still up. There's the
Yeah.
you can put down.
We'll wait for a command from these two.
Okay. Yeah. So, Torin, you guys all see Torin
changes into this big, nice, beautiful owl with some tribal tattoos on it. And you guys begin flying. Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna try to work up our way to the top.
Uh-huh.
Sigmund, you think this
Doris.
tree grew because of that
Yes.
huge
Doris did
stone?
it. Well,
Could be.
So good point. I'm gonna put down the Titan Tooth and I will pull out the normal like longsword I've got and just have longsword and shield out.
Do you have two? Do you have two long swords?
He gave it back to me.
Oh, he gave it back to you?
Yeah, because he was just getting proficient with it.
But yeah, are you guys flying right now?
yep, we're gonna fly to the top.
Yeah, and so you guys begin flying, and Torin, you know that the big tree kind of acts as home base for the leaf folk, the people of Oak Park, and it's kind of like their safe haven, their castle, their fortress, and life that goes on within it as also goes on around it. And so when you fly over, you see the civilization, if you will, of Oak Park, and then you plug it in from a bird's eye view. This is what you see.
Oh,
Oh shit!
You,
My fucking avatar.
You see
that's an icon picture.
a lot of
Like another tree.
yeah. You see a lot of
Or yeah.
trees,
yeah.
and this is actually like kind of above ground. Like these are like paths, kind of like Ewoks in Star Wars.
Yep.
Bridges connecting to different trees, and it's all. This is all like the big trees over here. So like this is all kind of splattered around the big tree. It kind of keeps going off until can't see it currently.
So look how I remember.
It does. But do a perception check.
24.
You know that the city of Oak Park, civilization, town, it was always very lively, very prosperous, very flourishable. Not only of the people, but the nature, the animals. The animals would be seen everywhere. Birds would be swooping in and out of this magical forest. You don't see any of that. You don't see any like glowing mushrooms. You don't see any vegetation, new vegetation growing. You don't see people walking out on the bridges. You don't see anything. This is literally what you see. It almost looks like a husk of a town.
I want to travel to maybe the place where my home or where my father or brother would have been. So whatever, I guess it kind of looks like this place over here kind of looks like me.
Yeah. Yep.
Wherever I think they would be is where I want to travel.
Yep. And so you land, and in this specific area, that's kind of like a main central hub. It's kind of like a post office, if you will. A lot of information could be gathered from this area. You land. Are you shape-shifting out, or are you remain in your owl?
I am gonna remain in my owl for a second.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of gently land on the railing of the fence, and no one seems to be inside.
I am going to call out, just like, I want to speak not in common, I think I want to speak in Druidic's like special
Yeah.
language.
Yep.
And say, it is Torin. I'm home. Where is everyone? Just like announce that to the world.
And and typically, no, I'm not gonna make you roll a history check for this. That could be heard a pretty good distance.
Yeah.
You don't get any ooze back.
I'm gonna start just like now I do this more frantically. I'm just gonna start breathing and now trying to find somebody like all throughout the area that I know.
Make a strength check. Or save.
Oh yeah, roll natural 19. 23.
And as he starts doing this, he starts picking up speed. And you just hold on, and you just go, oh, and you hold on, and you don't fall off. So,
Torin, you start kind of taking all these almost like not back roads, but kind of these hidden kind of ducks and weaves throughout the forest just because you've done this so many times. It's like taking a shortcut in an alleyway. You're kind of going between branches, between trunks and different trees and such like that. And you kind of continue to scout around the area and you're not finding any signs of life. And you get to the main tree, and the main tree has big, huge roots that kind of climb up. And they kind of make like a big, huge like archway, and that's actually like the entrance to the like massive tree fortress. Is these big, huge tree roots that kind of shape into a doorway. You fly in there and you land, and inside you see the massive, great root throne that is there, and it kind of splatters all around the ground. And you see, the spiral staircases up with various different things hanging down of what used to be different various rooms, even prisoner cells hanging from this gigantic husk of a tree. And again, you don't see anything.
Right, yell out again. Is anyone there? Woo, woo.
And it shoots up the tree.
Nothing.
It's still nothing.
Just start flying out again. I'll leave that spot and I will go back to the ship.
Okay. Make one last perception check before you leave the throne room.
Okay, I'm gonna ask about this just so I know whether I can use it or not. And I have. So I have Cosmic Omen, which you get every long rest. So it lets me add a d6 or subtract d6 depending on what I rolled. So I rolled an even one this first one. I can use it on an attack roll, saving throw, ability check. So a creature I can see within 30 feet of me, I can use that for. I can use that one. I can use that once a day. Oh, never mind. Number of times equal to your proficiency. So I can use it 4 times a day.
Yep.
Would I be able to use it on something like that, perception? Because I know I'm looking for something, so I could use it as like an extra.
I would say so.
Okay. So I'm gonna use that then.
I think.
Yeah.
Since you're an all, I think you might get advantage on perception checks.
Yeah. Also, one thing to note: when you become an animal, you use the animal's abilities.
You take their physical stats. So
So
I think
I
that
would
stay
keep the-
are the bottom 3 stay,
Okay.
but the
So
top
maybe
3
I'll
go.
Strength, Dex, and Con go to the owl. Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma go with what your stats.
But I think
Okay.
owls do get advantage on
Owls will
Yeah,
get
you get
right there.
yeah. So advantage on
And
that.
you still keep your wisdom.
Okay.
You should have advantage.
So advantage here. And then I also get that D
If you need
D6 if I
Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't need it.
Oh no!
Didn't even need it.
On the
Probably
first
too
roll. Nice. So yeah, you kind of frantically darting around, kind of in this panic state of where are my people? Like I was, hopeful, promised that there would still be life here, people still of my kind here in the city, and you don't see anything there. But as you again frantically dart around with your owl eyes, it drags you to the throne of oak bark, and sitting on the handle of like the giant oak bark chair, you see what looks to be a crown.
Okay. I'm gonna fly over to the crown. I wanna investigate or do some sort of insight on it. So I'll just investigate.
Yep.
Okay, so this is my normal.
Can I look at this too with that one with him?
Yeah, we'll say. I mean, this doorway's huge. You just fly doors right down and just.
I'm on him.
I'm
I'm
on him.
Oh shit!
I'm
Oh,
riding him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were on Doria's.
No, I
Oh,
was,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, I'm riding
So
him.
yeah, you kind of hop down, and when you see him kind of direct his eyes towards the throne and start moving over to it, you follow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna investigate it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you know it's a throne. History check wise, you know it's your father's throne.
Okay.
Or or you know it's your father's crown.
I mean, can I look at the crown? I know I don't have the history that he does, but can I just inspect it for
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
What would you investigation for you?
What? Yeah.
14.
Yeah, so you see a crown of different roots and very beautiful leaves that kind of spike up. They kind of twirl and intertwine themselves, and it's a very nicely crafted crown, and it's fit for a king of some sorts.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can grab. Can I grab it and still flying stuff?
You can like hover over and grab it with your talon.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab it. Anything happen?
No.
Then I'm gonna just head out for right now and go get those other guys.
Okay. Yeah, so Torin, you kind of fly up, you grab the throne, or the crown, and you kind of rest a little bit, you let Doria, her daughters, climb back on top of you. Fly out of the giant tree, and you make your way back down to the Harkener, which you find Sigmund and Sylvan bringing your signal.
We're ready to go.
Wait, what?
And you guys see the giant owl come back from the cliffside, and he's flying back down to the Harkener.
I'm just holding still like the Titanic.
And once we land,
Oh boy.
I'm gonna kind of like gently like nestle Doris off me, like kind of shake him loose.
Yep.
Not to where he falls, but like just.
Yeah, I'm sliding.
Yeah. I'm gonna instantly just like switch back to my regular Druid self.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be like, his head's down.
Yep.
He's holding the crown in his hand.
Yep. And you guys all see this.
Lord, everything all right?
My people gone. I'm gonna hold the crown. This is the only thing left.
What is it?
It was my father's crown.
Do we recognize it? Or did he have it on?
You do a history check.
I
11.
21, 20, yeah, 20, 23.
Sylvan, you do recognize it.
Yeah.
You recognize it as the throne or the crown to Callahan in battle.
I don't want to mention anything.
My guy's just kind of like depressed right now. His head's down.
So,
Did you have any signs of where they maybe went? Or just nothing?
There was nothing. Would I have any idea, like history check here, if I would know where the people would have gone if like a catastrophe would have happened or something bad would happen?
Roll a history check.
Okay. That's 17.
You know your father when you were pretty young. You're 300 some years old. You know about 200 years ago, your father mentioned a place of kind of refuge if something were to happen in the wake of like a catastrophic event on Oldstead. And you also know that there are neighboring Druid clans around the different isles. But you can't quite remember what he said in case of that event, like where to go.
Okay.
so what was up there? There's just empty or what?
Still old plants, what life up there, but nothing new. No people, nowhere to be found. I can take you up there if you'd like. We could walk through, visit my old home. But for now, they have to be alive somewhere, but I don't know where.
Well, if you can find maybe there's clues or something they left that, for anyone looking for them. Look for that all throughout the tree if you need to.
That would be nice.
Sooner. I mean, you might as well wear that crown.
Well, look at it. This is my father's. He's the king of Oak Park, not me.
There's supposed to be an intern. What do they call it? Intern king?
We'll persuasion.
Pretty good for this bet. 20.
I look at it again and I say, maybe when we get back up there, and I walk and I check on the places, if we see nothing still, I'll sit in his spots, put in the crown, and honor my father. But until we look a little longer, I don't think it's right. Let's head on up.
Alright, I'm probably up there.
How much can Darius hold on him? How much can Darius hold on him?
Like weight wise?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a bag of holding that I can hold stuff in. But like, I mean, as far as
Dorius, my bad. Can you hold 2 creatures? One doesn't want to turn right now.
I mean, I think I can. He's considered a large.
Yeah.
So I can go on.
I would say you could probably have him on
Okay.
because he's not that heavy.
Yeah.
He's wood elf.
He's
He's an elf.
it's not like he
so
has
it's
like
not-
metal armor on.
yeah, he's got not much on him.
Not
So
like
yeah,
me.
Yeah. Okay.
you should be able to carry him.
He's not tank.
So I'm gonna just hop on. Mike,
Yeah, I'll get on the.
Mike is so depressed, he doesn't want to shapeshift right now. He's just,
Just now I'm gonna fly the carpet.
I'm just sitting there,
Get on, my friend.
still holding the crown.
It's a whole new world.
Yeah, so you guys all kind of fixate yourselves and get ready to fly up the cliffside. Darius, Dorias, and Torn, you're on one, and then Sylvan and Sigmund, you guys are on the magic.
On the right, yeah.
Yep, so you guys are tailing behind
On the
Dorias.
carpet square.
You guys are tailing behind Dorias, and you guys got the dragon on the magic carpet flying up this cliff. And you guys get to the same scene. Kind of, this is what you see from a bird's eye view. You see the massive tree. You see.
I'll just say that. Say it, Sigmund.
Jeez, we really destroyed this place, didn't we?
Let me see if I can hear that.
I'm saying it real. I'm saying it quiet.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
know
flying
how
away
close
from like we're.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can't because like you hear the going through your ears.
Torin, directly on where you need to go.
I'm gonna aim it back to the
Yeah.
post office again.
Yep.
I feel like this is
And
my
I like-
fault.
It happens.
Duck.
It's kind of
Not
your
going that
fault
way.
too, but.
We're gonna look for anything in the
What
post
else were we
office.
supposed to do? They got a contract that has told us to attack.
Actually, it's fucking Captain Sandor.
It's
So
definitely
fuck you, Captain Sandor.
You guys go to the post office. So you guys see Dorias come land and drop those guys off at the post office, which is up there, as they said before.
Yeah.
Do an investigation check.
Where's the like the big entrance to like the throne?
The trees, yeah, the trees like over here. This is like the town that kind of spreads
Oh, okay,
from
okay,
that, but it's over this
No,
way.
that makes sense.
17.
You kind of, shuffle through and ruffle through the different items within the post office, but nothing really alludes to any whereabouts where they could be. There was just different, kind of messages about, so-and-so not coming back from an expedition, stuff like that, so.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna lead the guys to the tree.
Mhm.
And I'm going to.
I'm not thinking of it.
I'm gonna.
Not really much is here.
I'm gonna go back to the tree around where the crown was, or I want to look there first, and then if there's nothing else there, I want to look wherever my dad's house would have been, or like stuff would have been.
Like his room.
Yes, and then I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself,
Okay.
which gives me advantage on intelligence checks,
Okay.
just to help my investigation for it.
Sigmund and Sylvan roll perception checks.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna put on the glasses of illusion.
Okay.
See if I can see if there's any like illusion stuff or anything.
19.
You said perception?
Yep.
Another nat 20.
Damn.
Shit. So crazy tonight.
While approaching this massive tree, you guys, both of you,
Treat it magic. Except for my sword.
You guys are
Sword. Okay, sorry.
Sword sounds true.
You guys are so horny. You see different bounty postings actually on the tree, like along the massive tree trunk.
I'll take it.
With the nat 20, you recognize Captain Sandor to be one of the bounties, and you see reward 50,000. And you actually see all, you see Mordai's, you see Darius's, you see Sylvan's, and you see yourself. Also.
I do.
All
So-
individually.
All individually.
Who's worth the most?
Do I see? I gotta
No, only
take
I
that.
see that, right?
Yeah, only
I
you
see
see
it.
that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over there,
Who's worth
and
the
I'm gonna
most?
go quickly take all of ours off.
Yep.
But I will leave Sandor's on there.
Okay, yep.
But I will take all of ours off and kind of like tear them off and stuff
Hey,
in
don't-
my bag.
hey,
Yeah, I'm tearing them up.
technically
now-
Mordai's dead. We could cash that one in. I'm joking.
I don't even actually see any of this at this point. So.
Yeah, just tear him up, tear
But
him
yeah,
up.
I'll just kind of go over there and like, you're a woman.
Mhm.
Fuck, they weren't lying when they said 50,000 gold for his fucking head,
Yeah. 50 or 30. I guess I'm
something like that.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Please, I don't know.
Was there anything else in the body board, or just was
Just that. That's what you saw.
God damn it. Well, I guess I'll follow them into the
Kind of thrown.
big tree.
Yeah. You guys see, just as what I described to Torin at first, you see this massive kind of rooted throne, kind of at the base, and it spirals up, and you can go up, and this massive trunk of a tree that's kind of hollowed out and was suitable for living at one point.
Okay, I'm gonna look for.
Jordan, I'm not sure if anybody's here.
No,
I'm not seeing anything.
I don't think so either. They're probably left to nearby Druid area, but I can't remember where. I'm gonna investigate a little bit. So I'm gonna look for two things mainly. I'm gonna look for anything valuable, anything that would be useful for me on this. Like it's my stuff, kind of family
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm gonna look for anything valuable, and then this. If we have some sort of library or knowledge records, I want to go there afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. You know where your father's room used to be, and you kind of walk down. You have to fly up a little bit, and you get to the spot, and it's actually kind of on like this massive tree trunk. But Torin, the minute you kind of fly up and you get to your father's room, you walk into it, and you're kind of taken into this weird trance, and you black out. And that's where we're gonna end the session tonight.
Holy.
Uh-oh. Torin!
Daddy
What's gonna
issues.
happen with you? What's gonna happen with you?
Oh, I need to do my hit point. I never did that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So